Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Going down the rabbit hole.
We are live. Welcome to another episode, 13 of our D&D campaign. Normally we do a recap at the beginning, but because of how delayed this is, no recap. We're just going to play the game today. So we pick up inside Ashaya. Right now, your group has traveled across the sea to try and save your parents. To find Ashaya under siege and apparently new management. The prior residents have created some sort of rebellion of sorts of against this change in command. So I would recommend having the map up that I'm not thrilled with. It's okay. It'll get you a general idea. But it is not at all like, kind of think of, because you've all seen Dragon Ball Z, like where Kami lives. I can't say his name anymore without laughing because he says, "You named yourself God," from the Abridged series.
What the fuck's the kami? It means God. No, no.
But where he lives up top there, that's basically the ground. That's Ashaya, right? That would be the bottom of Ashaya. That is, and that goes all the way down into the water. But on top are layers and layers of stacked buildings and such. This does not convey that whatsoever, but you get a sense of direction of the different districts. So there are major districts, some of which that you can see on there. Smithing, food, entertainment, art are the major districts, all run by one of the merchant lords. The High Tops and Castle District are these sort of hybrid neutral areas that have evolved over time. The docks themselves are gigantic areas in which the world has been onboarding all the other residents that travel to here. This is the greatest trade location in the entire world of Xenia. For this map, at least I expressed in the western docks, that is currently where the pirates have taken over into the western docks area, and they have control over the High Tops area, and I would say the aspects of the food district. The leader, did I copy their fucking, thank God. Hai Zhu, the merchant lord who supposedly, according to Marcia, who started turning all this. This is all necessary. So by the way, like I'm helping set up for understanding the situation. This is stuff you guys have learned. So I guess I should prep you so you guys can make proper decisions. It's going to be a little monologue-y to start tonight. I should have led with that, but too bad we're here. This is needed context. Haizu is inside the art district. Bogram Blazing Forge is the leader of the smithing, and those two are specifically merchant lords that had an agreement with the other two merchant lords, Marcia, the other five, the other three for 5 total, Marcia, Shadow, and
Windlegs?
Windlegs. I'm trying to think of his first name though.
Laren, I think?
Yeah, you guys rock. Laren Windlegs. Of which Marcy, all three did not give in to this new transition of power when Hai Zhu introduced the, as you guys know, Altar of Shadows into this arrangement, and they've taken a completely new approach to ruling over Ashaya. At this point, the power has changed to a change in taxes, a change in rights, a change in resources, and people have basically been battling. Now, this is not a mass extinction event. This is not a case of bad guys come in and kill everybody. That is not what's going on. The Altar of Shadows are using people inside of Shia, as you guys have already found out and uncovered, as cattle to feed their army and grow their resources and to expand on whatever other objectives and goals they have. The art district is utterly unknown to you guys at this point, and a point of this session will be to continue to explore these things to start to understand what are the objectives, what are the motivations of the villains, what are their resources, how do we undermine them to defeat them, since you guys have chosen to stay on Ashaya and begin to try and free the people or take over, I guess. I mean, that's an option. There's plenty of things you guys can do. But you've also learned communication has been knocked out. There's been magic of some sort. Again, something you'll have to investigate. How are they jamming any magical communications in or out? Who just left? How dare you? It's him! It's him! It's the troublemaker! I don't care! He's done! D100 Bane! I'm putting it on the side. Now I have to repeat myself. D100 Bane and the D20 Bane. There's
Holy
that
shit.
one.
You turbo fail the saving throw. Don't roll. You fail. You give him what's
You're
the opposite
unsung.
of legendary resistance?
Legendary fail.
No, what is it? Critical fail? No, legendary. So what's the opposite of legendary, guys?
Mundane.
Common, mundane.
Mundane and then resistance. So then what would be the opposite of
Vulnerability.
Mundane
Mundane
vulnerability.
vulnerability. Thank you.
No, he's like, okay, Adam, make a check, and then you see him roll. Can you beat a 53? No, you fail.
You know
Like
what?
a
I like, instead of a
legendary-
D100, I am going to give him a mundane. What was that again? Mundane.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
We're writing
We're
that
ending
down. That
something crit.
Mundane vulnerability. Adam gets one of those per day now.
Or day.
When I choose. When I choose.
That's so
Like
funny.
once I use one, it's gone. But then when it comes back now, once per day, you can
Okay.
have a mundane vulnerability.
I love
Instead
it.
of succeeding, you fail.
You automatically fail.
All right. Okay, so we'll continue
Alright.
now with the lore. He's back. Okay, so
Sorry, my bad.
yeah, whatever. You're in trouble. So what the hell were we talking about? All right.
Explore.
Windlegs is currently captured. Shadow is currently unknown location. Gaining 3 of the 5 merchant lords to your cause, to your side, to your resistance, to whatever you want to do, is beneficial. How and in what way? Who knows? That's something for you guys to explore. The bigger twist of the factions that are at play here. So you have the Talon Greyspan Pirates. You have the... Do you want me to tell you the name? I think I'm just going to tell you the name.
The
It's fine.
drifting.
Yeah, you do
Drifting
know.
Fathoms?
Terrific.
Yeah.
Drifting
Fathom, yeah.
Fathoms, which is the group that appears to be currently led by a version of Caspian, the brother of Abel Seahart, who has returned to his home to try and quote-unquote free everybody from whatever his nonsense beliefs are now at this point. Bogrin, Blazeforge's faction, who specifically has a kill switch button that will explode. What did I tell you it was?
If he dies or if he
White Death,
chooses
terrific.
to end it.
Terrific. Great. So if he dies or if he chooses it, I just didn't want to tell you what it is yet, just the ominousness of it. Hunter, do you know what that is?
I know exactly what that is.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm imagining based on the name White Death.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining white phosphorus.
Yes, it is,
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes.
All
It's
right,
from
cool.
Campaign 1. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's basically, yeah.
Yep.
I will commit a war crime if my
With
demands
ease,
are not met.
with no cause, no problem.
Which is a big problem, but
Yeah.
on a global scale.
Yeah.
Because we made very specific points to get rid of that stuff.
You sure did, didn't you? You
That's
sure
great.
did.
Oh,
Don't you love
boy.
ramifications?
Someone's gotta go tell them heralds. They're gonna be
Yeah,
real
let's just
mad.
go find a herald. Let's go
Let's
find
go,
one.
So
let's just go.
Just
Side
casually
quest to
find
go
a
find
herald.
Harry.
Let's
So
go
we're
find
gonna-
a herald.
Harry, they got White Death. He's like, God damn it.
So funny thing. In the other campaign, it's like Scroninger's White Phosphorus. is there until you observe it. An entire arsenal of white phosphorus is gonna blow up your home, Faith? I don't know, but something to think about for their future sessions. Maybe something to explore, you metagaming son of a bitch.
Whoa, whoa.
You're not actually.
Whoa.
That would be for Luke to worry about, but he doesn't watch this, I think.
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll put those over there. No, he does not watch this. All right. So
Then
what
you're
else?
safe.
So yeah, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factions. There is an unknown enforcer group with a certain faction you don't know about right now. And
But we know about the Enforcer group.
which one?
You said Enforcer group with an unknown faction. We know that there's a group. But...
I think this is above table, Adam. Where
Oh,
it's
this
This
just
is
above
above
table.
table right now.
Oh,
that,
okay. Okay.
There's another group that I haven't introduced to you guys yet that is supporting one of these factions. So that might come up. I just don't want to hear your bullshit if you're like, wait a minute, they weren't on the list. Well, there you go. Right. So population of Shia is very large. I forgot how large. Do you remember how large, Hunter?
Oh God.
It's huge.
Not
Was I
I'm
gonna
gonna guess
add-
1 million.
I thought I said 9 million because it's equatable to New York City's population. And then it's based on New York State.
Closest
Right.
thing I have is the one document you sent us from session 0.
Yeah.
Which-
Okay.
Probably out of date at this point.
It's fine. Yeah, I'll get around to it. One of these days, things will really get together and real nice. We're getting there slowly but surely. If I didn't have to spend time defragging my hard drives. Okay, so you guys are currently inside Marcia's personal home, where she was keeping all the common citizens of Ashaya. Of the entertainment district that you could save, and any other people that got free of the other areas that did not want to be subjugated to the new rule of law. Right, I was going to talk about that. We can get into that more later. You have a ticking time bomb of 1 day until the Drifting Fathoms are going to siege the entertainment district and try to take everybody. So this is where we're at. And it also starts with Killian, your parents coming up to you and hugging you for how much they miss
God.
you.
Okay,
And how worried they were
Go!
that
Dude!
something
Go!
wrong had happened to you. They are thrilled that you are okay, and most certainly, broken up a bit about, your best friend's brother being the harbinger of doom and all, but also a little relieved that you're not a harbinger of doom and you're all right.
Where fuck, I don't have his brothers.
That immediately is like a weight off of my chest as well.
Yeah, no, I've been sitting here for a week. Like they did not get
Yeah.
mentioned. That makes me
And
scared.
I mean, like, the Abel Killian relationship is working well because I was almost as worried.
Are the brothers okay? Where are they doing?
Oh, they're fine. They're fine, son. They are just resting right now. We've all had a really tough time, and it's tough to get sleep, especially there is what happened last night. There was these calls, siren songs they call them, and it's a type of keeping us up at night and trying to lure us outside into the waters and to leave our homes. They played this music all throughout the night, and many of us were not able to get rest. Some of us even had to be locked in rooms, as their call is just so persuasive.
It's another thing to the myriad of issues. Okay. Turning to Marcia, has she told us now in game about not being able to send communications out, or do we need
Yes,
to ask?
I will certainly.
Okay.
Yes, you guys are aware of that information that has come through. At some point, you guys are probably like, "Why didn't you ask for help?" And they're like, "We fucking did."
Okay. So we obviously have to deal with Caspian. I
Yeah.
guess that's
Yeah.
not good. We also
think-
probably need to figure out how to get magic up, because I think we're gonna need to probably tell Rasmus, at least, because he'll probably want to know Altar of Shadows is here and causing issues. And I guess, looking at Hadrian, I guess we're going to need to also find a way to get in contact with Sordin, because if we're... I don't want to play into his hands, but if we're having to take him down, we're going to need that knife or whatever he's got in the works.
I think our first priority should be building some sort of defenses for this district before Caspian comes back, because he is going to come back. He told me in a day.
Okay.
So we need to do what we can to just make sure we were here to save our families once, but we got to make sure they stay defended.
Yeah. Gotta get him out of here, I think, if we're going to keep
After
going.
that, magical communications and the White Death I think are our two top priorities.
No.
Definitely magic. 'Cause I
Forget
think...
about
God, is that
Forget
you?
about the second- Hey,
Whoa!
oh God, here. Get your son. Abraham, bring your son up here for a second. Real quick.
There's somebody in the back who's like just like dragging his kid. He's like, he said we have to do it.
Whoa, oh shit, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I was fucking drunk when I said that, Abraham. So cut it out. It's your son. What is wrong with you? What you said. Sorry. It's one of my favorite bits ever. Sorry, continue.
Question for the DM: How many
That's who I am.
Sanjin? Yeah, how many Sanjin kind of left with Caspian when he was done? Like,
think all of them.
how many were there still alive? Or like, how many did we notice?
35. You killed about 20-ish. There's still plenty. There's ships for days. So like, what I was actually gonna get into after your role playing, but since you asked now, perfect timing. You get to make these decisions. Nexus points, butterfly effects. You can only choose to spy on one group per night. So you got to let me know who and how many people are going, which will help determine DCs and such, and also change how interactions go. It might be beneficial just to send Hadrian because he's the most sneaky, but if he fucks up one roll, it's probably more beneficial to have people there. Otherwise, Hadrian's going to get yoinked up, and now you don't have anybody to go spy on shit, and you got to break his ass out of wherever if he's not immediately murdered. So things to weigh. But of each of the factions and groups and points of interest, you need to decide which one you want to go gather intel on per day. And you can only do one per day. So with the 1 day timeline, it makes sense to me that you guys might start with the Fathoms, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can just ignore it, but every day you don't spy on somebody, they are progressing further in their goals and objectives, and every day that changes the landscapes of what's going on and how this entire arc will play out.
Are we able to spy on the other groups that like aren't directly in the entertainment district, or do we have to wait to get to those sections of the city?
You get to that is part of the day of when you're going. Yep. So you get to do it, but you can also fail in the process. So you will say, I want to go spy on Bogrin, but as you guys are trying to make your way now, we gotta do rolls to get across town. As you're burning your I'm going to spy tonight, you get caught, things go wrong, and you got to throw in the towel and turn around and go back to the entertainment district. You burned your night and you didn't get the intel you needed. Another day has progressed further for their objectives. And so this is the game we're going to keep playing, where you're also dealing with successes and failures and getting all the information you need to undermine each of these people's hubs. Again, if anybody who's played Sly Cooper games would know, I'm a hack, and I'm just ripping off all the Sly Cooper games and putting them all in one like super hub world, and we're just doing that right now. And it's like awesome, because I said so. Don't contradict me.
Here's my proposal.
Okay.
I think we split up into two teams. One of us, one team, probably with me and Killian, stay behind in the entertainment district to build up defenses and defend in the case of a Drifting Fathoms attack. And the other team goes to spy on, I think it was Bogrin that had the White Death.
Abel, I think we're gonna need to focus on Cassian for the evening.
I have a question before everything goes.
Very
I'm
like
sorry.
Abel. Let's ignore that problem.
No, I have one question because I meant to ask this week, but I didn't.
Were you
The
there?
group is aware that Far can pass without trace on the group, right? That's a dumb question, but I need.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
used to
Yeah.
it, though.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes,
figured.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Mahu, you were
will
saying something?
impact rolls,
Yeah, exactly.
but also you make him vulnerable because he has to come with you. And if you lose far, you lose a
Far.
lot more than pass without a trace.
Yeah, I know. But I'm
I
just
just-
making
I
sure.
I want to put it out there. You said this Ogren character, whatever this mechanism is, this weapon is, it's based around him feeling worried about his well-being, him being killed or
True,
something.
yeah.
So, I mean, given the current situation, I don't know if focusing on that in this moment is the best choice, because do we have the ability to make such a threat against him?
I'd like to make a history check to remember what I can about Bogren's disposition. Is he like a very paranoid guy?
Absolutely. DC is extremely low. Don't fuck up.
Okay.
You lived here your whole life.
8.
Don't. Well, good thing you're not. Good thing you're not that distracted by your brother, but you could have been. From what you recall, you don't get all the little details and nuances of Bogren, but Bogren himself was of the merchant lords. You know what? Let me double check. I don't contradict myself as well, because I didn't I describe his personality in that sheet I sent everybody? Let me double check.
Oh, you mean the
Maybe?
world sheet?
Let's
I
take
have
a
one,
look.
yeah, so let me go
Did we?
links, tabula rasa overview.
I was literally just looking at this last.
I don't
night.
think you
Notice that
went
on
into
hold
detail about the people in this one.
Yeah.
They're in
Just list
some of my
names.
notes somewhere.
Yeah, you
A
listed.
weak follower of the Mountain Lord, but
Yeah,
respects
they're
all
here.
the holidays, blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
did. Okay, so I did. Respects all
Yeah.
the holidays and they one of faith. In his later years, he no longer practices smithing as much, but sells the materials. It feels sacrilegious, but his smithing days have well faded into the past. Now he works with the world to bring materials to everyone. He can. Is there an eye? No, that's just something on my monitor. Can see what creations they can make. Surprise raw materials. Okay, so that is his MO. So you understand that he just likes to supply stuff. He doesn't make stuff anymore. From what interactions you've had over the years growing up here, you saw him less and less as the years went on, and he stopped leaving the smithing district altogether within the past 5 years. He just doesn't come out anymore. And the few times you visited to go pick up supplies and stuff, there's a lot of rumors and gossip about what's going on, and it's tough to tell fact from fiction. So you don't have a good grasp on what his current state is, but this is a bit weird for you to have him not on the side of what would be, in your perception, you know,
Good.
Marcia's side and Bogren in Shadow. You would almost for certain believe Shadow would be on the bad side, not because they're evil people, but because their family and all their cousins are so notorious for stealing everybody's shit constantly. And you would think
Also
they'd be
because his
like,
name is Shadow.
plunder, let's go at any opportunity. But that is not what seems to have happened during this time of crisis.
I just
I don't
All-
want to make a move against him. I just want to gather information.
Abel, I think Mahu, you had something first. You go.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not trying to say it's not a vital information, because it sounds like this is something that would destroy the entire city.
And that's what
I
makes
just-
me uncomfortable.
I just don't know. I guess my thought is, why risk poking the bear if we don't have tools to fight it yet?
I mean, that's a good observation.
I'd like to add, if we're investigating him tonight and we have something, let's say we get information. They're restarting that. Let's say we investigate Caspian because that's the most pressing issue right now. If something happens with Bogren in the next 24 hours that we were not aware of, we might, even if we go investigate it, we might not be in any place to stop it at this point. So it might just be shooting ourselves in the foot.
I think with
Because
the,
then we're stuck with
the ticking
Caspian and
time
Bogren.
clock
Yeah.
with Caspian is kind of our more pressing. You
Yeah.
know, this
Alright.
will come to a head tomorrow.
Yeah,
And we're
I-
still in the room with Marcia, right?
Well then,
Yeah, she's just chilling and like reclining in the background, but definitely wants to be in on this. She's talking over with her people, her spies. She's offered you her resources as well. So Marcia will function in a way of giving you guys information, supplying you with what minimal goods, so food and water you'll be all right with. She doesn't have access to giant magical weapons and shit like that. She's got money. She's got money up the butt, but she does not have like claws of the ancients. She has influence, she has favors, and she has spies throughout the network. So there are many things she can do to help you guys, but also she's inherently a selfish person, and she is not going to bend over backwards. Like, she thinks you guys should be doing this without question to help her. Like, obviously, you're going to help her. She's the best. But she's also not utterly emotionless. She is empathetic to people. She's like that just shitty friend. She's just like that one that's self-centered, and you're like, you could be so real, but then all of a sudden you're just such a shit. God damn it.
No claws, but maybe a push on Ondar.
All right, maybe instead we have one team focused on fortifications and the other team focused on spying on Caspian.
I was gonna. You go, Mahu. You go first.
I was just gonna say, the one thing that you mentioned, I do think trying to figure out what is going on with communications might be a higher priority, because if we can potentially at least start the process of assistance from either even just Lastar or Zornmir, like that would be huge in the long run.
I think we do with Caspian right now, and then do that, and then start looking into everyone else and see what we can get a foothold.
I agree.
I worry about having a super weapon hanging over the city is all.
That's true, but I think it doesn't matter if we can't get a foothold here, because if we don't have any good foothold, like at all, we're just constantly screwed. And if Caspian keeps just stabbing us every time we're here trying to work, it's not gonna work. We're screwed.
And Abel, how far off from mainland is Ashaya?
That's
far.
It's
It was 2 weeks journey, remember?
Yeah, 2 weeks journey.
It was 2 weeks from West Point, right?
Yes,
so like,
yes.
I'm talking like just like the channel.
It's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I can't imagine it would be much. It would be too much shorter, because it's pretty far out there.
Oh yeah, you were there, so I see there. Okay.
Yeah, but
Well, if you go in, Esther Hull is the closest port city to Ashaya. That would probably be a week's journey by boat, given my map, and I can't take that back. I'm the worst. Verada is another one of the smaller floating cities that is like 1/8 the size of Ashaya, and Frostbury is something completely different. Yep, that thing's dope. Is that labeled? Am I on my map? I must be on my map. Yeah, I'm on my map. That's why you guys didn't get updated. I updated the private map with all the spoilers. Yep, this is my map. I have all the factions in the top left corner and all their just as markers. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's why you guys never saw it.
Yes, I'm kind of trying to figure out miles. You know, how far is a week's thing in miles?
Ooh, now you would have to hold me to something. This is bad.
Yeah.
All right, this is flimsy flammy. This is rough. Because who fucking knows? You know what? Give me some. 1 second. Let me look at this. All right. Don't hold me to this forever. Scale is fucked in my magic world right now. I'm not an expert in scale. We'll work on it. Just give me a second. Travel in boat. So this would be
what?
Normal pace, travel pace, waterborne vehicles. This is great. This page is amazing. So it's how many miles per day? Waterborne. Oh boy, this is all over the fucking place. Warship, What's a gallery? Is that the normal big giant boat? Is that what they call it?
A 3-mast.
Galleon?
Yeah, galleon.
Galley?
No.
Galley.
Galley?
Yeah,
Galley.
yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, dyslexia. A galley. That's the fastest that moves. 4 miles per hour, 96 miles per hour per day. And remember, weeks in this world are 5 days. In my world, everything's
Oh, that's right.
calendars of 5. So it'd be about 500 miles away. Which does that make sense in my head?
It doesn't matter too far, so you don't have to
yeah.
stress over it.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Cool.
I'm measuring the distance to the college that won't be named, and okay, it's about. Yeah, it sounds about right to land. I'd say maybe 96 is super fast, so it's probably more around 60 miles per day, 6 times 5, so about 300 miles sounds about right to me. Is the closest landmass from Ashaya to Esther Hole. And you're spot on, chat. Absolutely, yes. Thank you, chat. Scale is very hard. That is something that, like, that's a whole new level of skills I don't have. I'll get around to some point. Also want to say hi to CJ, Moz Queen, and Turbo. Great to see you all. Thanks for stopping by. All right, back to the
CJ.
to the game.
Holy shit.
You all rock. So, continue. I'm so excited. Are you guys having fun yet?
Oh, this is great.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah,
arc.
this is so interesting. I love
This
this angle.
This is a
very
great
different
change.
approach, and I'm excited for it.
I feel like we should also come clean with this now while we're doing this process. Marcia. Yeah, the whole siren issue. Probably should look out for vampires too. Killian Thorne's whole thing is he's a vampire lord.
Great.
Yeah.
Just great.
We've been having a blast with him, don't worry.
Okay.
He dropped him dead and appointed Hadrian.
Okay. She stands up for a second. She's just like, and one of her assistants come up. Yes, Marcia. Take all my silver reserves. Bring them here. All of them? There's quite a. Bring them here. I did not stutter. Okay. And he goes away and starts tapping all different people's shoulders and be like, I need help. I need it. And they're going. She's just like, we will see to this. If some vampiric monster thinks they can just waltz into our home and do whatever they want with it, they have another thing coming. We have some of the finest smiths ever inside the entertainment district, and then we actually have smiths that have defected here, so that will be very good for us. Comparable, as nice as the entertainment smiths are, they're not very comparable to weapon making versus jewelry making.
So, do you guys think it's worth trying to look into any other weaknesses besides giant lightning strikes? These
I
these
definitely
guys
think
might
it is.
have.
I think it is worth looking into.
There like
I
a
think-
library that we have that might have that. Hey, well, you said you recognized them, right? Whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'd
me?
say you can definitely go to the library to research things, or make an intelligence check to evaluate the situation to see.
All of us, or just
No,
Killian?
Killian
Yeah,
and
just
Abel,
me with my. Oh,
the two
okay.
guys that live
Intelligence
here, because
checks?
you just asked me.
Yeah, go for it. Mine's not going to be high.
15 for intelligence.
12. 12.
Wait, did you have a 15 to a 12 or 15 total?
I had 15 total.
Okay.
I had 12 total. Yeah, and I had 12 total.
Killian, not so sure. Abel.
Yeah.
It might be worth looking into not only the library, but any of the religious septums here to see if they might have any takes on dealing with whatever the hell is going on right now. That might be a place to get more information.
I will communicate that to the group.
Probably
Here.
gather a bunch of, like wooden stakes, garlic, all that.
I think the vampires are not what we need to focus on right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now,
I think we will have to
Oh,
tackle them, but I think today we should focus on Caspian since we got a clock on that.
I still think we should do 2 teams. One team spies on Caspian because me and Killian and Avalon are not good at sneaking around and spying on people at all. Our
Here's-
armor clanks all over the place.
So you can also take that off if you're spying. You just have to.
Yeah, but if I get caught out without this stuff, I'm just a big squishy man.
Here's my vote. I am voting, or at least my pitch is that Abel, Far, and Hadrian. I say you guys go look in on Caspian because Abel knows what he's looking for with Caspian. Far has a terrifying eye and can help with the stealth. And Hadrian, have your whole spy thing. You're good at that. And then I say me, Hua, and Avalon go hit up the library or the religious things and see if we can find anything there. While you guys do that.
All right.
But
Good.
again, this is a group thing. You guys are more than willing to pitch other ideas.
Go ahead.
The one thing I worried about, and I don't mean any offense, I think Abel, you have a better eye to know what you're seeing, but it might be better for me to go with
I agree.
Far and them because I can get out of a situation pretty well. I'm quick and I can
Higher than I am.
scale my way around buildings. I think Far is a good choice because if he gets in a bind, he can just turn into an animal and run. And I think you should prioritize that. If myself or Hadrian gets caught, don't concern yourself too heavily with saving us because your magic is a lot more useful to them to this group than what we have to offer, if I'm being truly honest.
And you should be with your people.
Fair.
But I do have a question.
Eyes might be better for seeing stuff we wouldn't think about.
I do have a question for you, Abel. Dealing with the Fathoms is one thing, but what do you want to do with Caspian specifically?
Try and take him alive. I know I can save him. I just need time and knowledge on how and what can be done.
I do want to say after was it last night or just a few hours ago that
It would have been a few hours.
Yeah, just a few hours ago, so it's fresh in my brain, boy.
When you tried to hit him with your sword just a few hours ago, it kind of seemed like it seemed like it was about as effective as hitting Killian with the sword. Like it didn't seem like it was. He seemed like he knew his way around a little bit more than you would expect.
Yeah,
Just
I don't think
based
it's
on my
wise.
experience.
I don't think it's wise for you three to engage with him in
I
combat.
don't think. Yeah, obviously.
Testing.
Hello.
Yeah, do you hear ambient sound?
I hear the music. If that's what you're
music.
talking about.
Okay.
Just the music.
It's fine. No, I can see my mic has feedback. There's no ringing though, right?
No.
Okay.
I
I'll let it go.
yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, no reason to screw with it now. Sorry, continue.
Okay, that's probably our best bet for now.
These creatures, they're out on boats, right? That's
Yes, so go ahead. I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, that should also
Like,
impact who
really.
you're sending to these places. Each places are completely different. So the Eastern Docks is currently where the Fathoms are. You've only got a glimpse at them, but these are all like undead pirate ships, undead merchant ships, covered
Maybe
in coral.
maybe I should go with them.
Yeah, that's why I was also thinking.
Yeah, maybe I should go with you guys because I know my way around a boat.
And the docks, so you'll know. What
And
to
they're
look
all
for.
within the water, and some are offshore as well. So you don't know which boat Caspian's in. You have no idea who's where or what's what. But there is, I'd say, for simplicity tonight, there is 3 massive boats. So those are 3 points of interest that you guys may want to investigate. One of which is offshore, 2 of which are docked, and then there is probably a littering of dinghies up to like frigates that of maybe 25 extras, a fleet of about 30 ships here. The pirate ship dwarfs that by a factor of 10. You're talking about 300 ships from the pirates on the other side. The castle itself is a castle siege. The dwarven fortress is where Bogrun's at. No idea what the hell's going on in the food district, right? I believe that is Shadow who runs it, but currently, who knows what's going on there. You guys have no information about that at the moment. And High Zoo in the art district is all buckled in into their place. They have walls, but it's not like a fortress. It's arts, so it is very maybe think more like a in between a hamlet and a city type of security you could expect there. Or the entertainment district was meant to keep people out from the past on purpose, because you don't want people who don't pay to wander in. It's not great, but it is what the reality is. No freebies for anybody.
Abel, something that's worth mentioning is there was another person with Caspian there, another thing.
I know. I think.
No,
You think what you think?
mind.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I will also point out, I thought that it'd probably be better under more cover of night to try and do some
Recon work.
reconnaissance. So what do we want to do until that point?
Maybe we
whatever
should go
hours
look-
we have left.
Maybe we should go look all together at the libraries and whatnot until then, and then.
I mean, I still think we should build fortifications, though.
I think those of us
half
who
of
are
us
staying
should-
behind can work on that while you guys go out.
All right, that sounds like a plan then.
Okay. You were saying something, Hadrian?
Um,
Who I kill?
yeah. Who do I betray?
Let me on that boat.
Yeah,
I'll clear him out
Yeah,
before
that's
they go
the
and hit
line.
him.
You're right. You're
Can
right.
I
Who
get
do
some-
betray? That's the line.
I kind of just got hit by a trident really hard, so if I could, have some healing by chance,
Oh,
that'd be
shit, that's
fantastic.
right. Yeah.
Is I'm at 20 hit points right now. I'm not
Marcia
doing
comes
great.
over. You're bleeding all over my carpet. Move! Get off my carpet! Do something about this. Gee, that is fine carpet. Fine. That comes from some of the greatest shores out there. There's millions of threads. Do you know how many poor people slaved? And she just.
That last line really made it.
Yeah. I'll give you some healing.
All right, how much?
Begrudgingly healed.
We'll find
by
out.
the
I'll
seven
begrudging-
queen.
Yes.
Begrudgingly heal you.
Took a trident from Marcy. She just throws me
out.
Let's see.
All right. Guess we should
Just
get to
go over
work.
here. 12. You get
That's
12
fine.
points.
Yeah, that's
So-
fine.
Which group is doing what right now?
So I believe the groups were Abel, Far, and Hadrian were going to be the ones going to the Eastern Docks tonight. So I think those would be the three going to the
Yep,
library.
that's
currently.
later. What are we doing
That's
right
later.
now?
No, but I figured the
So-
same groups were.
That group
Splitting
goes to
up.
the
Yeah,
library.
that group's going to the library, and then the other three,
Hey,
Go
Killian,
hit up.
Avalon,
Yeah,
and
we'll go hit up
Lua.
like religious places, I guess, or like anywhere like any shrines or anything. I don't really have anything off the top of my head.
There's
Places Killian would know that I don't.
places of faith.
Yeah, places of faith.
Okay, so I need religion checks from the group going to check out places of faith, and I need investigation checks from people going to the library.
Investigation. I'm
Yes,
actually
yes.
good at that.
I'm good at it, but I rolled a
9, so I got a 12.
Oh, wow.
I didn't roll super well. I rolled a 15. Investigation.
That's
18
Smirk.
for
41.
6.
Oh, the other way this time.
Oh man, 19
cool.
religion from Killian.
Love it.
18 religion.
Dude, I love when the dice are just like, dude, the narrative is what matters, not
That's
the game.
true.
3 from Ahua. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. So
Nice.
So you
On
wow.
point.
Wow. So a 12, a 6, a 3 for the investigation on you guys to the
No,
library.
I got a 15. I got a 15 on investigation.
Oh, you went to the library as well?
Yeah, because it was us three going to the library, and then
Mahua,
Far-
Evelyn, and
Mahua, Avalon, and Killian going
goes
to the
religion, I
religious
thought.
places.
Yeah. Although I think
Oh,
Killian's gonna burn
oh.
up.
Yeah, I was very
Then-
confused. Yeah, wait.
I was
Well,
also
I mean, if he
confused.
did, then I
my
guess
roll,
we'll do different.
my roll is the same. 3 religion.
How's that possible? All right. Cool. So, Killian and Avalon go off towards the places of worship that you know of, which are multi-denominational, and they celebrate different pantheons. We'll come back to you guys. The other group
Run the bathroom quick while
are-
they're doing that.
yeah, utterly lost without Abel when you guys get to the library, and unfortunately, most of the library is flooded and water damaged from the attack. You guys begin sorting through a majority of the books, and you are struggling, and it basically is such a disorganized mess that only Abel's familiarity with the area, alongside his critical thinking skills, are able to piece together, like, this is where the books we need used to be, and based on the damage, it must have been then shifted over here, but also how water carries things. He's doing all this mental math to then find the location of some of the books of use. So with the 15, you are able to find some of them that aren't damaged, that are going to try and give insights into what are you trying to figure out, Abel specifically.
Weaknesses of the Sanjin and origins of, so weaknesses of the Sanjin.
Yep.
And what the fuck the Drifting Fathoms is.
Okay. So there is no information about the Drifting Fathoms. That is something that seems ominous and not quite relevant to the history and the writings that you partake in here. That would probably be somewhere more as Matthew Mercer comes out of the ground, somewhere more esoteric, as he can't help but say every other sentence besides Toothy Maw. It comes from a very esoteric part of history. So, given that, these creatures that have been recorded as almost like legends and scary stories for kids, it is said specifically that they are weak to fire and lightning, extreme heat. They can breathe on land like they breathe in the ocean. They have both lungs and gills that can function in a way that turn on and off depending on where they are. They are not particularly intelligent. It is said that they were once part of the Brilliant Tritons in my universe, but were corrupted by evil entities in the depths of the sea. And they have become twisted into eldritch beings and even tempted by some of the gods of the hells that no longer exist in this world thanks to Campaign 1, or who knows? Where the fuck did they go? That's only you can figure out the lore of this world. So that's
I will relay all this to the group. I don't think I need to repeat everything you said.
No, please don't. Do not roleplay lore dumps. I also would probably say that slashing isn't as effective against them. Slashing and piercing damage by normal means. Magical weapons are a different story. But because of their eldritch skin and nervous systems, they function differently and tolerate pain differently. And this is over a collection and over the next few hours of research, as also then Far and Mahua start aiding you as you start giving them books, and you guys begin flipping through and researching through this as well, and gathering little bits of a story here, a legend here, or account here. This comes from a lot of individuals that have been on the open seas, and these are first-hand accounts of people who have said they've fought them, and there is bullshit in there. There's a lot of stuff, but I'll say the 15 cuts out the majority of it. You don't really get any information that isn't clearly like, okay, we don't need to take into account that they're like, it was 80 feet tall and wider than the endless horizon. He's like, nah, I saw them yesterday. They're not that big. But some of them are big, and you've actually seen already some of the different variants of these individuals and the way I have put a spin on these creatures.
All right, awesome.
The other group, you guys go to something that has become more common throughout the worlds inside Xenia nations, and this was modeled after, as Killian, it's never meant much to you, but what the heralds recovered and then was shared with the world, and the merchant lords absolutely loved the idea. A city called Ethril used to have a gala of sorts, or a gallery, with had each section to all the gods and goddesses and each pantheon devoted to them. Shut up, Siri. How did it shut up? I don't. What did I say that would get Siri to think I was talking to her? I don't. Whatever. Maybe Ethril. Ethril? Does that make anyway? So you're able to go into these areas, and without a doubt, Avalon would go to the Raven Queen for guidance, which is in the Maloran section. You go to the Kratulan section, Killian, and you go to Nasui herself to try and discuss to see if there might be something of use, because your buddy likes it. It's fish people, it's water god. I don't know. I feel like that is where you would go with it. And who else was with them that didn't roll well? Mahua?
Killian.
No, was it? No, because I got a 19.
No,
Who was with the
Hadrian.
group?
Hadrian.
No,
Adrian was with them.
it should have been.
Hadrian
Mahua.
was with us, I thought.
I don't know which group I was with.
You should have gone to the.
We could say I'm with this group as well. It
Yeah,
was
I
a
don't think it really
3.
matters terribly much.
Okay. It was a 3. Okay. So we'll say you were with this group. Hadrian, what did you roll with the library?
I rolled a
Tagging?
12. I rolled a 12.
Then you were just tagging along and helping Far and Able, so just swap the roles. It's fine. It's easy. No big deal. So Mahua's just along for the ride, baby. What's the... I wish I could
Hang 10.
remember the call from Moana. That
Hang
just-
10? No.
What's that?
No, I was saying something different. I was thinking
Oh,
something
no.
entirely
There's a
different.
call that is very Pacific Islander, where they just sort of do a screech and then they're just riding life, enjoying it. So that's where Mahua's at right now. Just religious stuff. Yuck. You're bringing up bad memories about his faith and what's ahead of him. All right. So those are the points of interest that resonate with you. You can still look at different gods and goddesses and the pantheons inside these areas. Those are the things that jump out to you directly, but you guys can try to do something or not. It's up to you right now, but this is where those roles have led you. What do you want to do inside this gallery of the pantheon?
Well, since I'm in a temple to the Raven Queen.
It's like Temple Strong. Like, but
yeah.
yes, it's a
Like a section
yeah, it's
of the temple.
almost like stalls. It almost works like that, like horse stalls, but in each stall there is an entire altar and
Shrine.
tributes, shrine.
Well, yeah.
To each of the gods and goddesses. You have your own private area. Some are bigger than others. Each of the prime deities have overcompensate way more than the others.
Right. So I'll go to a Raven Queen one, and I'll try to communicate with her. Maybe send a prayer or ask about I can glean anything about Caspian's condition or indoctrination, and if there's anything I can do magically to, I don't know, help him come to his senses, or if it's a curse, or if it's some kind of magic that's causing him to,
Be crazy.
be crazy.
Okay.
So-
Make a religion check.
It's a 19, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Good stuff. As you sit before the shrine of the Raven Queen, you light incense and begin to immerse yourself in the common prayers that you have known all your life. Well, since you picked up the faith, and as you begin this sense of communion with the Raven Queen, you find yourself in a state of between consciousness and unconsciousness. You can hear the calls of ravens in the background echoing throughout this darkness of where your eyes are, but then imagery begins to form. And you can almost feel the comfort of the Raven Queen as this white-figured individual that it seems far off in the distance, that you can't make out their face, you can't make out their figure, but there's just that sense of entity. It's so far away, but then in the same moment, you can feel it at your shoulders and right behind you. Almost like a mother figure watching their child working on their homework or a coloring book or something like that. You can feel the matron's gaze upon you in this moment in which you reach out. Your prayer goes off to the Raven Queen, and imagery begins to form in front of you as you can see a fountain appear, common within the religious recounts of one of the main means of communication from the Raven Queen, and something you've only had dreams of but have never been able to connect at this level to. You see it form clearly, unlike the blurriness of all the visions around you. This takes a clear form where you can see a circular fountain with green water, but all towards one side of it. So actually it'd be like a half circle, then straight wall. And on that straight wall are 3 raven faces crowing with water coming out of their mouths into the vat beneath it, or it's not a basin, reservoir. As you approach in your vision, the water vapors begin to mist up, and inside that mist, you begin to see what the Raven Queen's answers are to your questions. You asked for guidance on the state of Caspian. What you see is the shadow of a young man peers deep within the depths of a cave. You know it to be Caspian's outline, but unsure. His features are not there, and it seems like he is traveling the utter blackness of a cave, but this all-seeing eye of the Raven Queen gives a brief luminance, so you can make out what is going on and what would utterly be darkness among others. You think maybe this is what dark sight might be, blind sight to the next level, or even more of whatever this divine sight might be that the Raven Queen is sharing with you. He is excited but desperate, alone, and up to the waist in water inside this cavernous structure. You can see all sorts of overgrown coral and chum and barnacles all around this cave as he heavily breathes over there. Shirt is ripped to shreds with cuts on him or across his face as he wades through the water up to this altar. Up onto this altar appears to be a trident. And as he approaches this trident, he stops for a second, and you can hear his voice, much different than the voice that you all heard prior. The one sounded more twisted and eldritch. The one talking. What you hear is the voice, the true voice of Caspian before this Triton. His excitement and you hear him say a quick prayer to Nasui and wish that his brother was here to see this. And as he goes to grip the Triton disappears in his hand. It's an illusion. And what his hand instead touches is what appears to be a red orb. And on this orb, you see him try to recoil. but he can't, and his hand cannot leave this orb. And as the orb begins to glow, you begin to see this red eye appear, and it has a lizard-like, feline-like eye slit. Think of the Palantir and Sauron type of imagery, and that is what you see, but red, a blistering red and yellow, as you witness the corruption take over Caspian and change his very form. And just before it finally takes him over, you find yourself removed from this vision and struck back and exhausted. This commune with the Raven Queen is taxing and something you've never experienced before. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
And
You get 1 point of exhaustion, Evelyn, but you have learned something potentially incredibly valuable. Was there anything else you asked her prior?
I did.
You rolled a 20, but I'm pretty sure that's what a 20 is going to give you.
Yeah. I asked her that, and then if there was anything I could do that's magical to alleviate him of whatever it could have been.
We'll leave that there. That was the Raven Queen's answer. As you know, most gods are ominous pricks and are not outright telling you nothing, because that's how gods work. Minus like a couple of cool ones. Some of them, no bullshit. But then they come with other issues. Way other issues.
Uh-oh.
Well, why can't we just eat people? We don't eat people. I eat people. You shouldn't eat people. I'm God. I can do whatever I want.
Do what I want.
Killian, what are you doing?
I had gone to the Nasui stall, right?
Supposedly, but you also have agency and can be like, nah, and leave.
There isn't. It's just me at this stall, right? No one else.
Yes. Oh yeah, no one is inside these areas. Everybody is inside Marcia's place. Even people of devout worship will not venture outside because of the threat to their lives it is to leave.
Killian's gonna kind of kneel down, and he's gonna just kind of offer up a prayer to Nasui. He's gonna put his hands together and just start with I'm still not great at the whole praying to higher powers thing, but Abel's been really good about batting in your corner and doing what you say, and he stuck with that on this entire journey, and even Caspian was last I saw him. So if there's any way you could help pull him out of wherever the heck that is, I think Abel and him would really appreciate it after all they've done for you.
Make a religion check.
People to say, okay, that's not
NASA is like these.
Remember, you have your inspiration.
They
You know what?
ask me for everything.
That's right. We're gonna roll that inspiration, baby.
D20 inspiration. Woo!
Okay, so my religion's a +1. 28.
Wow. Inspiration.
9
Woo!
plus 1 plus 18.
Oh.
That is huge.
Okay. You asked for help. Okay.
He's like, damn it, there goes a villain. I just like.
All right.
It's never one roll and you win.
I know.
Not anymore. I used to make that mistake, but now I don't.
I know. I'm a DM too.
You get the sense your prayer was heard by the turning of color into a glow of the water that is in front of her altar. It goes from a normal clear water with a liner that makes it appear a lighter bluish, and it glows into a purplish color. And then it fades. And you feel as though your prayer was heard. To describe inside here, when you said that prayer as well, you did your best to remember what your friend Abel would do and where to put your hands and feet into the spiritual processes of where to put water and how to approach the god of the sea, the goddess of the seas. Inside this area too is completely surrounded by waterfalls with a statue of Nasui, and it is one of the nicer ones that is tended to, as it is one of the bigger beliefs of the people inside Ashaya. And there is a bit of soothingness in the entirety of the nature of the way the water moves throughout. And once the glow fades from the bowl in front of you and the little well, it wasn't a bowl, it was like into the ground, it was like a square cut out in the ground, it then spreads up all of the waterfalls surrounding Nasui and then fades.
Best to help them out with whatever the heck they got to do for you too. It's gonna
All right.
stand up and I guess go see find Avalon.
Okay. Mahua is just staring into his stall, contemplating the astral sea.
Was
When
that
the
really the
astral
astral
sea opens up and out comes Ragnorum.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Play the music! Play the music!
Been missing you.
Together, spectral arms appearing. Roll for initiative.
The entire time.
I imagine Mahua's just looking at Saul. He's like, "Is this a portal to the astral sea?"
But who is not an idiot,
No,
guys?
he's not dumb.
No.
He's just
He's only
devastated.
he's only slightly below average intelligence.
Intelligent.
Sounds like 9 then, if it's slightly below.
Yeah.
So, that is what your groups do. You reconvene around 3 in the afternoon. What do you guys want to do from there? As you are able to travel through the entertainment district, what you find is, again, in disrepair and the constant, like, wherever you walk, you're walking in the shallowest of puddles. And you're constantly hearing that sound the water makes when you're stepping in puddles, but it's not enough to waterlog you, but it's enough to constantly be seeping through your shoes and making you uncomfortable, and it's obnoxious. And no matter what you do, you can't get this water that has flooded the entertainment out, this layer of water. But it's so little, it's so insignificant, it's tough to even notice until you feel the wetness and dampness of your feet and clothing and any cloaks that drag on the ground behind you.
I want to try to find one of Marsha's like spies. To, like grab some information, and I just want to inquire. Question. I just had a thought. For some of us that are going to be potentially going out tonight, do any of the other groups, factions, kind of cross around? Like, for example, I know the pirates over on the eastern docks, correct?
Yeah.
Do they ever like wander over towards where the those water creatures are, or where over into the dwarves side? Like, is there any with the groups that are aligned to each other? Is there much crossing?
Yeah, it does seem like there's rotations that go on from what we've observed. Bogrim's people and the pirates themselves tend to rotate quite a bit, walking around. Those shadows people, they do their rotations as well throughout the areas. They seem to be really dominating the food district from what we glanced. But the people that don't really go anywhere and they're pretty hunkered down is inside the art district. They call themselves the Sisterhood of Steel, and they are, from what we found out, big-time mercenaries. So that is the lay of the land.
Thank you. And I'll go back to Hadrian and Far, and I'll just be like, I'm thinking it sounds like the enemy groups do mingle a little bit throughout the city. I'm thinking maybe we should try to pick up try to find a patrol of those pirate groups or something. Try to take a group out so that we can disguise ourselves or something along those lines. So it's a little easier. Maybe try to make it less likely that we run into issues. Hopefully.
Do you have any idea how big these groups are? That, like, how many people are walking about?
Well, we do know that the pirates are they have a massive fleet over there. You could almost see it from where we are here. So I imagine they make up quite a sizable population throughout this city. We know that the Altar of Shadows is quite many. I'm sure those sea creature things are more than what we've seen so far.
How dare you?
I think our best bet is to try to, if we're going to disguise, go with disguising as pirates.
Yeah.
I think, or they mentioned something about a Sisterhood of Steel out of the arts district, but it sounded like they kind of stick around in there, so it might look weird if we were. I'm scratching that idea as I'm saying it because it might seem weird if we're disguised as them. Or
If
out
they're
in a
sisters, I don't
district.
think their disguises would work for us. Very much.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. That's a pretty fair. point.
It'd work for me.
That's true, but
Don't but it could. You never know.
hmm.
It's one person mission. Who knows?
I could do.
Stakes get high.
Rainbow. I'm not.
Sure, I loved the favorite thing I heard this session. As soon as we started, Abel's like, "Let's split the parties." I'm like,
Yeah.
let's.
Abel,
Sounds good
I want
to
your
me.
I can't believe that idea came from him, of all people.
I want to get more done in one day.
Abel,
Because
I got a question.
every day we're not doing something other people are.
Tick
That's true.
tock.
That's true.
Tick.
All right, what's going on?
This question I want to field. Well, one thing I want to mention for whenever the hell happens tomorrow. Would love for the lightning trick to work twice far, but they might be expecting that tomorrow. So, might have worked very well today, but that might not be great tomorrow.
I've got
Yeah.
some
Just
fire.
to keep
Few
that
other
in mind.
tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah, I would go with fire tomorrow.
Warning: we shouldn't rely on that just in case they're ready for it.
Killian or Abel, do you know of any places in the entertainment district to get weapons of any kind?
Well, Marskia said she brought in a bunch of smiths, so
Yeah,
That's
And
You would know,
the pits
too.
had plenty of weapons. the
yeah,
fighting
we'd have
pits,
enough there.
which
Yes.
have been abandoned, so you guys can make your way to the pits and try and gather stuff. But who knows what that will entail?
Okay.
the pits is where the legendary 19th faction is.
19th faction. Okay.
What, you want another one? Is that what you just asked me? I can make
No,
another
no,
one.
please,
Kidding.
God.
I
I'm
can have
kidding.
more. I got more.
I'm kidding.
No, no,
Huh?
please.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
That's
When
what
will
it
you learn?
And
We're gonna go down to the pits, and it's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Brother Maxim from the Brotherhood of Steel."
Are you a
With,
racist like me? Because I have a job for you if you need help.
with Mahua mentioning the Sisterhood of Steel, whatever, does that ping anything on Killian or Abel's radar of like, oh, that's a local militia, or is that just like someone they have no idea of?
I would say, for the sake of it, based on all your backgrounds, nobody would know because somebody came from really small place as well. This is a unknown entity to you guys, a bigger world mercenaries out in the world. So something you need to find more information about. I don't think there's any chance anybody but maybe Mahua would have heard of them, but I don't think Mahua would have ever cared to commit that to memory. Something he might have heard in passing one time on a drunken day and been with his group, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, well that's not relevant to my life in any way."
Are we reconvened at Marcia's house right now?
You are. That's the only place
Can-
you guys are safe inside the
Can
entertainment.
I go up and ask? I want to ask her specifically about where the entrance to the catacombs are, if she knows of them.
I do.
Because
know
I would
the
have
private
no
one.
idea.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I would know because I've never been like in a Shire. I was only ever in the catacombs.
Yes, so you would know how to get out.
No, would I?
Yes.
No, you're just stuck in the
How did
cat.
you leave?
No, yeah,
you
I would know
into
the
a
layout.
Shire or
You
leave a
don't
Shire.
Wouldn't I
know
know-
shit about like the top of a Shire, but you do know where it leads out. So you're like, you know how to go in the catacombs and end up in any district you want. But from there, it's like, well, I'm in New York City. Which way is the park?
Oh, I
Who
see.
the hell
Okay.
knows? Am I
You
in the
know the-
Bronx? Am I in
You
Manhattan?
know the subway's like
I
the
don't
back
know.
of your hand.
Yes. You're like, red line.
I-
That'll get me
like,
here.
yeah.
No problem.
Like I know where the exits are, but I don't know where they lead. So like top down, I couldn't know where they are. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm in
you
a random
you
place.
would need direction to get to them.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it would be more like, hey, Marcia, where is the buildings that look like the donuts and the shaped like the things? And she'd be like, you mean this? And you'd be like, yes, where's that?
Yeah.
And then once you get to the area, you'd be like, that's it. That's the place. That's
I
where.
like
that's
how
that's
Adam
it.
is talking himself out of knowing things. He's like,
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm very bad.
Ian
at
says
this.
I know this, but I don't think I would.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you said anything that's not magical
Yeah.
is now good for slapping him with.
Yeah.
You know what?
Seems that way, which
You get
is
a gauntlet hand and just.
Reed,
That's me.
I gotta ask. Hi DC. Does my memory spark anything from the Sisterhood of Steel?
Did you already roll something?
I haven't rolled for this. No.
Okay, then we can make a roll.
yeah. No.
History
Number one
check.
thing DMs hate is when you roll without them asking.
Yeah, and be like, hi DC, even though like you already know you have a 35 or some shit. It's like, tell me I win, DM.
One time I had a player who was like,
No, I've got this in the bag. 5.
Okay.
All right.
"Let's go." You think they're female?
They are a famous group of excellent cooks from Dawn Call that have just revolutionized the pie industry. Wait, those were the matrons, not the Sisterhood of Steel, the matrons of some. Oh, what the fuck was? They had the. That's what a 5 will get you.
That was fantastic. I love that.
You guys, I mean, the fighting pits
Right.
won't have any magic weapons, like nothing minimal, even if
They
it gives you a
might.
little edge. Would
They
it?
fucking might.
Should we go to the
There was
fighting
all
pits
sorts
to
of
stock
tricks
up?
and stuff there.
That's true.
Equipment,
Because I
armaments and fortifications. Is that what today's gonna be?
I need something other than my.
Killian's
rapier.
gonna go talk to Marcia.
I will accompany Killian.
Okay.
Hello. She's now
Abel,
sitting
you
on
said-
like the equivalent of a super high chair that you would use for hair stuff, but she's made it into like a throne as well, despite her having multiple thrones inside this area, and people are actively doing her hair right now.
Okay. Abel, you said that I'm assuming Abel's told us everything they learned at this point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I said I shared with the
God,
group.
please
Okay,
do not
cool.
roleplay the Lord
Yeah,
knows.
thank God.
Well, anyway, so
Ain't that crazy? Okay.
It's like 3 o'clock.
So
Do you want to go to the fighting pits?
Okay, Marcia, I'm gonna ask you this directly. I'm gonna hope I get no bullshit out of it. I know the fighting pits probably have something magic weapons at somewhere. Do you know where they would be, or who I could talk to get that out of them?
and is anybody currently living in the fighting pits that would be
It just clicked
angry at
for
us for
me
coming over?
what you're probably about to say, Reed.
Persuasion check with advantage. I don't know what you think. I'm unsure, Hunter, but
The question was, would you know? And it's like, this is fucking her thing. Like she runs this place.
I was
Of
kind of
course she knows.
I was kind of expecting I don't fucking know the building layout to a T.
Yeah, you
like,
said persuasion, right?
yeah.
With
16.
advantage.
16, because that first roll was a 1.
Okay.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, dear Christ.
Listen here, you little shit. Okay. You think that I would know such things, but I know that you fight in the fighting pit, so you have little insights into certain aspects, that things that go on there. only because it's desperate times call for desperate measures. Yes, there are magical weapons in there, but we don't use them for anything at all that it would threaten the integrity of our fighting games, right? They are there for in case something goes off the rails with our fighters like we've had in the past, probably far before your time. How old are you? 12? 18?
23.
20.
Very different
So
numbers.
yes, 40 plus years ago, we had an individual in there start getting quite upset that they lost and thought it'd be a good idea to try and cloud kill everyone to death. So we have safety precautions to neutralize such individuals, and there are items down there that we did not have the chance to recover when we were being sieged.
Good luck.
And follow-up question:
Oh.
Are there any like drifting fathoms or pirates or anybody currently holed up there?
As far as I know, there have been all of the animals released there. So they are doing who knows what with all the stands and all the food and rations and supplies we had in there that should be paid for and bought in by patrons and just wasted the money by the pounds. But they are probably eating that stuff, maybe. Or maybe they're docile, or maybe they starve to death and they're dead, and that's great news, and all of our stock is still in mint condition, and we can make a profit still. So there are many options here that I am excited for, but not likely. I'm
gonna look at Killian.
Anybody's call if there is any other creatures in there. It was not something we had time to check.
I'm gonna look at Killian. I'm just gonna say, I imagine the animals there weren't the friendly, pet kind.
Oh no, it was
It
great.
wasn't abusive though. It wasn't the classic like.
Yeah, no, but I just
gladiator
mean the
kind.
animals are dangerous. Like,
yeah, and
like
it's-
these are like tigers and lions and shit. Not like
and
dog.
I would add that there's a couple of those, but you're really probably getting into they were more display. They weren't actually used for fighting so much, but this is the equivalent of all the rich jackasses putting their endangered species animals on display in their suites, and now they're all free. And there's nobody around anymore, so you're getting the people that bought 3 tigers, and then they're like, this one's Lola, and this one's Mushy Moosh, and you're like, oh, this is gaudy and horrible. But those people existed, and probably still do, unfortunately, inside my world. But those are kind of the animals that are out and about. There are some fight pit animals in there, but there are a lot of just like a guy that loved... for certain, Killian, there's a guy that loved collecting the most poisonous creatures and having them on display
Fantastic.
in the world. And
Fantastic.
those snakes are probably out, or maybe they're still in their cages. But those are the type of loon bags we're talking here. These are the people that are just like, I love the animals with the longest teeth. Like, fucking.
While she's giving her 40 years spill, Kaelin's just giving her the biggest look of okay, pal. Like you can muster.
Yeah, she is definitely unfazed. She is far more concerned with saying her part than caring about what you think of her.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Got what we needed. Abel, let's go. We gotta go
all right.
take a walk around the office.
All right, is it time to do our bits?
No, I mean, I say we go try to get some a magic weapon or two first.
What time is it?
It's like 3, right?
3:30. Half an
All
hour
right.
of bullshitting with Marcia.
All right, we have time to go get the magic items.
Let's just get
Who's going?
something to at least.
I'm going. Hadrian's
I'm
Oh,
going.
for sure. I was about to be like,
I think-
Hadrian needs to come.
I think we
I
all
need
should go.
something.
Yeah.
If
It'd be
we
easier.
deal-
All go.
I love it.
Yeah.
The group
I
goes
was
together.
gonna stay.
Come on.
I
And
would like to go to the other side of Ashai and do his secret mission.
No, he's just gonna stay in this castle for the next 4 hours, meditating, getting a full night's rest, so that he's not exhausted.
All right.
You know what? That's a
Wow,
good call.
That is
I'm
a
going-
Our move.
Nobody has
But he's not-
listed. That is
I-
a good point. Good move.
I-
You do that.
I never got hit last session, so.
I got hit, but I think weapons is more important than the long rest for me because I just need I need something
Of
of
course it would,
range.
Hadrian.
I need range so
You can't
bad.
rest if all your enemies are still alive.
I need
Like
I
right
need a
now,
dagger. Right
I have
now.
my rapier, and then I could throw my rapier. That is it. Like
I
need
should
something-
sleep, but I feel like I'm gonna be needed for dealing with poison and shit.
So
Maybe, let's
everybody,
go.
as you leave the entertainment district, besides Far, give me a stealth check.
Fuck!
Rolling
Damn
at
it.
disadvantage, baby.
Baby.
Can we have Hadrian lead us to the fighting pits through the catacombs?
Catacombs, you can. They're in the opposite direction. You can
Okay.
go to the
Okay.
catacombs.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
Guess
That-
what
that's
I...
Oh, not terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
terrible,
rolled
but not terrible.
I rolled terribly.
I did it again.
I got an 8.
Got a 1. Woo!
I got it.
Christ.
Well, what
That's
is
gonna be fuck.
17.
I got a 14.
I swear, I cannot roll stealth in the
18.
double digits.
That was a disadvantage. I got a 19 and a 16. That was
Okay.
pretty nice.
I got a
As your
16
group-
and a 10 for 8.
As your group is being led by Killian and Abel, the splashing of your feet continue to echo down, and with the lack of people, it reverberates through this district. A majority of Ashaya is, again, think like DBZ, his place. It's all tile and stonework, marble. That's what everyone lives on, and so it is just clanking around. It is not acoustically treated in the least. As that's going on, it is Avalon that gets distracted as you notice a raven, and as you see the raven, you can feel eyes watching you. You can feel the connection to the Raven Queen, and it's distracting. Observation, she heard your call, something you're not sure of, but she's with you. But with that, you stopped for a moment, and the group got ahead of you, and then you come back to your senses like, oh, bad habit of, staring at ravens. And as you are about to leave, you can see around the corner about 7 feet of flesh individual turning one of the buildings that looks like I said in chat, one of those fish-like creatures, big, bulky, but it's got all these tendrils off his back. And the thing is currently, it looks to be scouting the area. And as it is looking inside a building right now for people, on its back, you can see a gigantic red eye go and then see you directly.
Shit.
I need to change the music.
God
No!
damn it.
I can't stealth for shit.
I mean, I rolled like shit too. I rolled a 3, but I have a plus 11, so I got out.
Far's about to miss an entire combat.
Last time he stopped combat, this time he misses it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
universe
get back. Like
balance
Far's gonna be like, "Ooh, I feel good. I feel good,"
and just
and then we're all gonna be like,
No, the party gets MVP paid except for Far.
Just-
Everybody but Far dies.
just
Just because
"It's not a TPK at that point."
just for a reminder,
Yeah.
just a reminder. Point of exhaustion. That gives me disadvantage on what?
Checks.
Ability checks.
Okay.
You
So
had
it,
super
it,
disadvantage
it
on
doesn't
that one.
affect. It
Yes.
does not affect saving throws. It does not affect attack rolls, but it does affect things like a strength check to grapple.
Okay.
Funny. Give me a strength check. Funny you bring that up. What a terrific segue. As the tendrils immediately come from off its back, and you actually see its feet turn around the wrong way, and now it looks its back is now its front, and comes up to you and goes to grab you.
Well, it got me because I rolled a 0.
Ha! You bet it did. It immediately picks you up. The rest of the group, you are now aware that Avalon is picked up and in the hands of this
Sprinting.
individual. For
Sprinting
your
and flying.
order, we're going to go into initiative for your decision making of what's going on and for what the creature is.
Oh no!
So let me get.
Can
the
it not be 3? Like if you roll, I mean, I'm last in all of them, so it doesn't fucking matter actually.
What do I give a shit?
I roll. Yeah, as long as it's not 3, I'll be happy.
As long as it's not 2, I'm happy.
Oh my god, guys, I'm not here.
30. You got like a 30.
I got
it.
it. I got an 8,
got
a
2.
2, a negative 1.
Fuck!
All right.
God damn it.
Dude, the other list didn't even have to be touched. We're in the 31 to -1 is the range of our initiative on this page. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go use the restroom because I'm not gonna be up for a while.
Okay. Well, so you think. So top of the order in 2 is Hadrian. What do you want? What are you doing?
How far away did we get from Evelyn when she was looking at that
30
raven?
feet.
30?
So the entire group is 30 feet ahead of Evelyn.
This is my issue why I need a weapon. I only have a rapier, so I'm just gonna use my bonus action to dash at it and I'll make an attack.
Go
Wait, you said it was 7 feet tall, right?
Yeah, it's tall. Yep, it's got a big
And-
giant red eye
Oh,
in the
boy.
center of it. It's
And
got
it's
tentacles
holding-
off the back. So remember, so just to help with the Eldritch Horror, one side of it looks like the fishy Sanjin on the front. The back side is all tentacles and a giant red eye. And the feeties twist either way so it can face front or back.
Oh, come
Whatever.
on, man.
It can
Fuck you.
change what its front or back is at any time. It's got razor claws, and it's got sharp teeth on the Sanjin side. But again, this one's more wider and more fleshy than the ones that I sent you that more like muscle humanoid. This is more like a blob of eldritch flesh.
God. And it's holding Evelyn because she failed the strength.
Oh
test,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and it's holding it and bringing it closer to the eye.
Oh boy.
So if I were to attempt to stab the eye, I'd put her in danger.
I don't know.
If you roll it shit, maybe.
Roll high enough, and it might
I
have
bet-
a higher AC because you're stabbing a specific part. Just keep that in mind.
That's okay,
Potentially.
fair.
Fucking
Yeah,
do it.
potentially.
Just
Yeah,
do
what you
it.
want,
Just
though.
do
All right,
something.
so I
You
used
gotta
You
get
had
used-
an idea. Commit.
Yeah,
I
you-
used my bonus action to
Yep.
dash at it, and I'll attempt to stab the eye with my rapier.
Beautiful. That's all. There we are. Roll to hit.
17.
Yeah, it hits. It's huge and it's eldritch. There's no
It hits the eye,
armor.
though,
It's
right?
fleshy, gross. Is your weapon magical?
No, it's not. It's just a regular rapier.
Good to
Which
know.
is why I need a weapon.
All right.
Let me find my D8, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, shit. Wait, I don't get sneak attack. It's a dumb question, but I gotta ask it, right? I don't get sneak attack on this.
It is engaged
Oh,
with
you're a
somebody
swashbuckler.
else. So
Yeah,
yes, you do for your first
yeah.
attack. It's engaged with another PC.
yeah. It's honestly safer to assume you have sneak attack as a swashbuckler
Okay,
because
fair.
then you just get it all the time.
Yeah, I need to just keep remembering I have sneak attack because it's the only
kinda-
reason my rapier does damage. So I gotta roll 4d6s.
Cool. Have fun. Enjoy the game.
I've got food.
Oh, like ass.
Oh fuck me. All right.
That's like 16 damage.
Okay, so
I
you
rolled
find
bad.
it's not as effective, but then you hit the eye, which seems to be a sore spot, so it just does normal damage. It does its 16 points of damage. And it is. You hear a terrible shriek from the other side. Blood starts coming out, and it's this horrid, like, orange purple trickling out. And you can see just like popping a zit. It's just oozing out as your rapier goes in and out. I am so in. Darkest Dungeon has given me a 180 on my love for Eldritch Horror. I hated it. I thought it was boring and stupid. And that was because anime made tentacles awful. Lovecraft is a piece of shit. Darkest Dungeon is the shit. And hey,
Me, but with Bloodborne. Me.
yes,
I just
maybe
like
Blood.
Bloodborne.
See, I think I'll like Bloodborne now because of Darkest Dungeon. So I'm in. I'm in on Eldritch Horror.
Bloodborne stream one.
Bloodborne is so good.
All right.
Someday.
And it's also got great music for combat.
Oh, I'm aware. I've used it almost exclusively in Campaign 1. after level 14, that was it. It was only Bloodborne music.
Wait,
You what?
so since I didn't use I used my bonus action to get there, and I still have
Yes.
movement. Can I like back up a bit so I'm out of like swiping range?
Yes, and do you have a feature that allows it you so you don't provoke attacks of opportunity? I believe that's something native to your class. Yes or no? Don't
Should I
say
change
sure.
what-
Let me know.
Look at Swashbuckler specifically.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, can I like change that I didn't dash? I used 30 feet of movement. I attacked it, and then like, can I use my bonus action to like disengage?
You can't redcon it just because you're bad
Damn
at this
it.
game.
Fuck.
You can't redcon it.
Got him.
Damn it! I
Yeah,
thought I was on
nope.
something there.
You can
Do I
move 30
provoke
feet
attacks?
still. And
Do
now
I provoke?
You've
attacks
learned a
off?
very important lesson in knowing.
See,
how
I don't get in
character
combat
works.
enough. It's usually just NPCs yelling at me.
I mean, we can do both. That's not a problem.
I don't think. I think if it'd be an attack of opportunity regardless. So I'm just gonna stay right in front of it.
If you say so.
If you make a melee attack against a creature, that creature cannot make opportunity attacks against
What
you
the
for the
fuck
rest of your turn.
Where are you reading this? Okay,
Wikidot. I just googled Swashbuckler 5e, and it's the literal first
I
thing.
thought so.
Okay.
Wikidot is the GOAT.
I was not on Wikidot. That's my problem.
All right, you disengage. You move 30 feet back. You coward.
Yep.
All right. Next up would be Far. He's resting, having a great old day. Nothing wrong, not in danger. He's fucking living his best life.
He's just smiling. Look at him.
Funny enough, where the fuck is Killian? Oh, Killian, I'm sorry. I missed you. You're 21. Killian, you're up.
Which one are we doing? Which
Oh,
initiative?
fuck. God damn it. We're in
Initiative 2.
Dude,
It was
all
two.
you guys going around. Everybody go to your initiative. Highlight
Killian-
where you are in the spreadsheet on your initiative. Your little boxes are all over, and I suck, and I have a tiny brain, and my smooth brain is throwing me off. I see you, Far.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay, I was about to
better.
say,
Much
it's
better.
it's highlighted
Very
now.
good. All right.
Go
the red
team.
is too much. The salmon red is way too much.
We
Better.
overcorrected.
Thank
Go
you.
back.
Okay, this is good. Yes. Okay. Okay. You can stop now. You keep changing the colors.
Well,
We're gonna
that-
be in bad shape soon. All right. Where are we? Where are we? Hadrian Avalon. Avalon, 16. You're up.
Oh shit. Okay.
You are currently restrained in grapple.
Fun.
You can
Okay.
make a strength check to try and get out of this.
Yeah. No, that's not happening.
I guess athletics or acrobatics would suffice.
I'm gonna try something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I remember Abel saying that they're not very wise. So I'm gonna try to
intelligent.
cast. I'm gonna try to cast command on him and command him to drop me.
Okay.
And he has to make a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Okay.
Good play.
As you try, when you go to command, you see the bleeding red eye gets bloodshot as you try to command it, and I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. You
hell?
learned something valuable.
I guess. See, I have that's plus 10, so 22.
Okay. 1 second.
Oh, one out of intelligence. They were bad at not wisdom.
Oh, yikes!
After you cast the spell, you remember. Oh,
Ah,
it was intelligence, not wisdom.
No, they're not very
yeah.
intelligent either.
I'm not good at this game.
Come on, command?
You dare try to control.
Oh, it's cutting out. I can't.
You dare try to control the fathoms?
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
That was,
that's
was
terrifying.
yeah, command is a wisdom saving throw, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying now. Okay.
So hopefully you got to hear the voice.
I did.
We did.
Cool.
Yes, it was terrifying.
It was scary.
You save, and you only take half damage.
Yeah. Oh shit! I take damage from this. All right.
So,
Like talons or claws or whatever.
no, this
I
is
have
psychic
to-
damage.
Oh,
I have some
Ah.
gamer. I have
Hell
some
yeah.
gamer moves to do.
Name
for
a
my
more
turn.
iconic duo, Reed and
you.
fucking
Fuck
over
you.
OP mages.
Fuck you.
then-
That's not. There's all these other factions. That shit works fine. I don't. You literally just had a vision about some stuff relevant to this. I don't want to hear it. The first thing you try to do is control these things that have been controlled. It would be. I knew you were gonna be shitty about this. 18 points of psychic damage, half to 9. As you instantly get a migraine and feel like a concussion, like your brain just got slammed to the front then the back of your skull.
Nice. Well, that's all I can do.
Also, don't
But
forget,
you
Killian, you
gather
still have
from
the
that-
5 points from aid.
Do I? Oh yeah.
You do gather that at least creatures with this sort of spore fungus growth on their back, this barnacle eye, are directly controlled, corrupted, influenced, ritualized, some form of controlled by the Fathoms.
Gotcha.
And in my world, things controlled by gods stay controlled by gods unless you go way out of your way. This one much easier than the other campaign, just for Hunter's reference. Yes, the Maloran stuff is impossible basically, but this one ain't the Melora. And for fucking Juan's favorite quote, if I had a
don't have to
nickel
do
for
this.
every time,
have to
but
do
it's
this.
strange to happen twice. Yes, it is. It is very. It's upsetting that it's happened twice first instead of anyway. So continue. I'm defensive. All right, I'm cagey and defensive about it. Killian, your turn.
Killian's gonna turn around and see this, and just go, "Oh, we don't have time for this," and go summon the Echo.
Yes.
And he's gonna have the Echo take a stab at the eye with
Yep.
the +3 dagger, if he can.
Yeah. Go ahead and try.
Yeah, the magic dagger.
It's either a natural 20 or a natural 1.
Yep.
Mr. Austin, does a 31 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that's a natural 20 for a 31.
Okay.
It's way funner. It's way more
Hey,
fun to
yo.
ask that question when you're the DM, though.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a 31 hit, because you know their ACs.
Yeah.
You know.
Unless it's
Or
fucking.
at least as a player, you're like, I don't know their AC.
That's a
or,
1.
Or
That's a-
did you see the XP to level 3 when there's a short or something where just like when the DM asks if this hits and the wizard who has shield is way in, does a 25 hit? Shield! Shield! Shield!
It's
sadly though that's a 1 on the dice. That's unfortunate, but
Oh,
you know.
really? You
Yeah,
only get
I rolled
one?
a.
Oh, you reroll
No,
once.
no.
My homebrew
Oh, do I
rules. If you
reroll? Okay,
roll
let's
a
say because I
one-
rolled a 1 on the D4.
You reroll
Oh,
one.
there goes a 4. Okay, so then double the dice. That's 8 plus 8, 16 damage.
Plus I double that, 32 damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh, shit.
Shit.
I didn't even have to do my gamer moves.
The Echo's gonna kind of. You see it, Killing turn around, sees this, and he snaps his finger, and the Echo, the dagger on his belt turns the same shade of black as the Echo, as the Echo steps forward into place right beside Hadrian, or where I guess Hadrian's still there, right?
No, I backed
No,
up.
he backed up.
You backed
there,
up?
he's right
Okay.
next to you.
Well, steps into right next to Evelyn, drills the dagger into the eye, pulls it out with the eye, and just the Echo disappears, and the eye drops to the floor.
As you pull the eye out, it explodes into the air, and I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw. Adeline, you have disadvantage as you're falling to the ground, and the entirety of the thing explodes into this purple-orange ichor that then rains down onto the group.
Ooh,
22.
nice roll.
You can feel like a shock.
5.
Okay.
I
22 saves.
failed.
I got a 3.
7.
Fail, fail,
10.
fail, fail. Okay. You
Am I
all
the only one who's
take
defeated?
Don't forget you have evasion, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
points
ask.
of acid damage. No, you're good. You dex save, you just win already. You don't even need evasion. So everybody takes 4 points of acid damage, and now you all got to give me con saving throws. Everyone who failed but
Oh.
Hadrian.
Oh, my
I'm good at
God.
those.
Am
Oh,
I
damn it!
at disadvantage if I just
I rolled a 2 for a 13 on my
Hey, but what do we
con
get
save,
for being next to you again?
Oh, you get a +4 for being close to me.
Am I at disadvantage still?
You're
You don't
making
get a plus
con
4.
save.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
So
I'm
no.
you're 30 feet away. No, you do not have disadvantage on a con save. You only have disadvantage on dexterity because you are currently falling from the grips of the creature. It would not make sense for you to roll normally.
Yeah. If you were by able, you get a +4.
I'm not by you. I'm 30 feet
30
away
feet.
from you.
I think 30 feet is the range, is it not?
No, only at
Oh, it's
level
5?
18.
Oh, okay.
It's 10
Sorry.
feet.
Okay,
at my-
well,
I'm
it
used to
doesn't
Tullius
matter.
just giving everyone like a +14 to all their saving throws, and Shalmir, the two of them just were a nightmare.
yeah, I rolled a 2 for
that's a 20.
2 for 13.
20, 13,
10.
10. Uhua?
21.
21. So the 220 plus is saved, the 2 in the teens fail. The two
Damn
of
it.
you,
I was so excited because I'm good at those.
some of it gets in your mouth,
Ooh,
and you
yum.
try to spit it out. It tastes repulsive. You spit as soon as possible, and the two of you begin to start vomiting nonstop. What do you
Wait,
guys?
is this a disease?
Who knows?
Because paladins are immune to disease.
Yes.
So,
you're vomiting
okay.
nonstop.
Okay. I just wanted to know because if it was a disease, I can't.
You shouldn't be diseased. Yes, but no. Yes, but no.
Okay.
You see your
Just-
teammates vomiting nonstop. First round, you guys will take
Oh,
I'm going
4
to
points.
re-
4 points of hemorrhaging damage to the two of you.
I'm gonna
Wow.
reach and give myself 5 points of lay on hands to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
Neutralize.
myself.
You are neutralized. You
All right,
start
and then I'll
vomiting.
do it to
I'm
to Avalon as well.
You can only do one per round, you little bitch.
Okay.
The rest of you
fine,
guys.
Can I use Lesser Restoration, which will neutralize or cure poison or
Hey,
poison?
Nah,
Okay.
There you go ahead. You little bitch.
Yay, I'm
The
cured.
two of you immediately, thankfully, the two medical individuals in this group know exactly how to jump on something like that. The two of you recognize immediately that this has to be some sort of disease, poison. You go to your go-to spells. Immediately what you do to try and heal yourself, and it works.
Yay. Holy
Whatever
shit.
happened
Oh
to
my
staying
god,
with the
that
group?
I can't. I can't get that taste out of my mouth.
You have
That's
literally
awful.
one job. It's to get from A to B.
I'm sorry.
Stick
I
with the
just,
group.
I just.
This is going to be a 10
Alright,
or
let's-
15 episode arc without a doubt.
All right,
I'm so
all right.
Yeah,
bad
we
with
were
this.
we were thinking about that.
I really hope I can make it for it.
All right. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry,
Alright.
if you can, it'll be fine. You just won't be around anymore. An untimely disappearance. A permanent one. It's up to you.
Joins the fathom.
Oh.
Don't give him ideas.
Don't give him ideas. You're not giving him ideas, Avalon.
He's using the voice modulator for it.
That's a good idea.
Oh,
I
God.
wasn't using my
No.
voice modulator right there.
No, that was just him going. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it just something about it sounded like
Very
on the
good.
mic.
very good.
Can we just?
Oh, it's 9
Keep
o'clock. Do you guys want to take a quick break to go to the bathroom? And then we'll come back. We'll go to about 9:45, 10 tonight.
Or for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have a BRB screen this week, so
We're just gonna sit here.
bye, nerds.
Yeah.
It'll just sit there, and I'll just turn the music up really loud. So
Meanwhile, Drew is just vibing out of his mind,
Yeah.
just chilling.
he's that cat meme where the cat just bopping the head.
Oh.
I'll be back.
Seemed like a really fun encounter.
Yeah.
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 Been a
Yeah,
good
it was-
time.
It was great.
when I rolled the hit, I totally didn't add my hit DC, but whatever. I still hit. And then Killian just deleted it instantly.
My stealth is so shit. I have not rolled a good stealth this whole campaign.
I mean,
You are definitely not doing any scouting.
I'm ready to scout.
You have disadvantage in stealth. Three people have disadvantage in stealth. What's that? What's that?
I think my highest stealth this campaign was a 5.
Mine's where do you want?
Yeah. I was there. I know.
You know, I've come to find out I don't like the question of how do you want to do this because I don't know how I want to do this. I don't know either now.
Everybody always asks, how do you want to do this? But nobody asks, why do you want to do this?
I don't know, man.
I think Reed actually does ask, why do you want to do this? A lot of things.
Nah.
Most of the time, it's directed at one individual. It's called.
You just shortened it to why?
No, the one thing you never hear him say is, do you really want to do this? He's just like, well, if you're going to do something stupid, you're going to do it. And I'm stopping.
No, I do not. I
would-
when Reed pitched this last week, I was like, this is going to take like 10 or 15 sessions. This is going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Take a
It's
while.
been like 3 hours.
It's been
In
a
game
while.
time and in real time.
Yeah.
I was gonna rush forward and smite and searing smite that thing to do fire damage and radiant damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was under the assumption the fighting pitch was in the entertainment district.
It is, but we're not. Just because we're in the entertainment district doesn't mean we're by.
It's a big district.
Yeah.
Well, I only said that because you said you as
Yeah,
you
he said
leave
when
the
you
entertainment
leave
district. And I was like, but it's there, right?
That's something to ask him about when he comes back.
Yeah, he did say when you leave the entertainment district, so.
Might have just been like a slip of the tongue.
I think it probably was. Because that's what I was getting at. Was like when you were asking if she would know about the things. It was like, I mean, she runs it. She's the big boss of the fight pits. So I imagine she would know about.
There's other reasons There's other reasons I feel inclined to ask that. So you know.
Yeah.
This part is great because it means I get to press all my red buttons I wrote into my backstory. I'm very happy.
It's super darkness.
I'm sure that's backwards. Months away and I'll be ready.
Nope. Everybody already back and ready?
Yep.
I
Wow.
believe so.
We vibing.
Cool. All right. Well, we're back. We're back indeed. All right. So you guys are, you ran into one of the scouts immediately, and you killed it. Nice job.
We
And
learned
when-
some things.
When it said you dare whatever the fathoms, did we all hear that
Out of
or
control.
just
I
Avalon?
think it's
no,
just
no,
her.
no,
Just
Avalon.
Avalon did,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back going. And
Let's get there. Hurry up, get back so everyone can do their
our day is dwindling.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Right.
It's
We're
now 4:30.
We're
Oh.
not going to
Another
fight this
stealth
door, or
check?
we're getting back.
Oh, a good one for me. I rolled a nat 20 and a
Holy-
16 for a 14.
Holy Lord! That's a 19, an 18, and a 17.
We should have a roll.
I'll do it again.
Not,
we should
no,
have a-
it- hey, it's at least
The
it's not
issue
a
here- Yeah, the
All
issue
right.
is since it's disadvantage, I just get one bad roll and that's it. I'm screwed.
At least it's not a 1. I can happily say I doubled it.
We should have a
Are you
chat.
kidding me?
I got
Roll
it too.
Ah!
Listen. Avalon's not going down alone. I only rolled a 4.
Yeah.
I rolled my second 3 today, but it just 14.
I think we should have a
Oh.
chat where we just put all of our rolls, so that way when we all say them at the same time, they're easier to like.
Just
No one has to repeat them. Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
That's too
Yeah, but it's
hard.
fun talking over each other.
Yes.
All
I
right.
don't want to put effort.
As you guys are walking, Mahua is checking up on Avalon, making sure she's all right after that encounter. And as the two of you exchange words, you both step onto the equivalent of a sea urchin that stabs right into your foot. You guys scream out, try to rip it out immediately, and as you do, you notice one of the walls that was attacked. There is still the lingering of different Sanjin and creatures all about, and one of which on the top of the wall, another one of their scouts of the area sees you guys, and he immediately tosses something your way. Give me dex saving throw, two of you.
All of us, or just Avalon?
No, just them.
15.
5.
All right. Mahua tries to push you both out of the way and does a separation, like, out of the way. Unfortunately, pushes you more into it because the
Thanks.
it wouldn't have been that way if it had not been for the sea urchin in his hand screwing with him as he gets that, throws that away, and like as it just threw off all the timing of it all. It explodes onto you some yellow bile liquid that smells horrible. Con saving throw, please.
That for
Are you
both
within?
of us?
No,
Yeah,
he's dead.
Okay, just
Are you within 10 feet of me?
No, he is not. They were behind
Okay.
you guys.
Thank God.
You were super stealthy at the front.
21.
21. You save and only take half of 7 points, so 3 points of acid damage, as the effect itself does not quite take hold. As the thing then peers back around, you guys begin to step up again, and you see then 2 more of them with their heads come up, throw more of these vials at the group. I need everyone now to give me dex saving throws.
Anyone within 10 feet of me gets +4.
I'm so sorry.
So is everybody but Mahua and Avalon within 10 feet of Abel?
Ooh.
That's
15.
Just you. Just you and Killian, yes.
19.
Okay.
14.
Oh wait, it's a check. It's a disadvantage because of my exhaustion.
It's a saving throw.
These are saving throws.
Oh,
Saving
oh then
throw.
15.
27.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
15.
16 or less is the DC. So you have to meet 16, otherwise you fail. So I think hits 3 of you this time. So go ahead and give me con saves. Avalon, you'll also notice on this turn, you take
There we go.
2 points of acid damage as a side effect from the initial hit of whatever the hell this stuff is.
Oh my god.
5.
5. You fail.
7.
Fail.
I can't roll today. I don't know what it
What'd
is.
you roll?
I rolled a 24.
Save.
Okay, cool.
So you take half of 12, so that'd be 6 points of acid. The other 2 take full 12 points of acid damage.
God.
As you guys are covered in the stuff.
He's
As
just
you-
chipping us down.
As you guys, you see then the 2 go down, and then 3 heads pop up. What are you guys doing?
Running.
How far are
running.
they?
They're at the top of the wall. Remember?
Yeah, how high is that?
It was 60 feet tall. Remember?
Fucking, I'm booking it.
So they're throwing these things, and it's like throwing a penny off the Empire State Building. It's probably hitting terminal velocity when these glass, yellow-filled
They're glass?
canisters are
Oh.
slamming. Oh yeah, you're getting cut and shit too. So it's
Oh,
acid slash
shit.
piercing. It's horrible. These things are awful. These are eldritch garbage creatures.
I'm gonna try to move.
There
to
is
see
no
if-
moral ambiguity.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever they probably were good people. Probably not anymore once they're in eldritch
Yeah, screw 'em.
territory.
I mean, I killed more people, so I don't really.
There are
know.
good
I wanna-
eldritch beings, though. I'm sorry. I will put that out there.
Do we want to just run it, or you want to deal with?
I'm just gonna run. I just want to
Let's
start
just go.
running and try to get
Yeah,
positioning. in
I'm
between.
already at half health. I want to run.
Yeah. Abel's gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on himself so he can go faster.
Okay.
Because now he can dash as a bonus action, so he can go 90 feet in a turn.
Yeah, as can I. So me and
With
Abel are
everybody
just
running, this is going to be a success. But, so, I need to do some things. Abel,
Oh no.
you're going to take per round. So the first one, 2 acid,
Okay.
and then 3 acid, and the effect fades.
All right. So 5 acid total.
Yep. Avalon, still from the first one, you take 1 acid, and then you're going to take 10,
Oh,
10. Oh, shit.
oh my
7.
god.
So 27, 28 total.
29, I thought, unless I added wrong.
no 28.
Wait.
Oh, it's 28. 10, 10.
Oh, no 7. 10, 10, 1. That's how much you took, because the initial one I rolled was 1.
Jesus.
Mahua,
All right.
you take 5, 4 acid damage. And then the effect fades.
Oh,
Your skin, you see it bubbling and boiling. It literally, some of you guys, like Avalon, you literally see your skin just slide off at one point from the boiling of it.
That's disgusting. Fuck.
Reed, you should have used slough. It just sloughs off.
What is that? Is that a medical term?
That's a medical term
Oh,
that
God.
Mercer loves to use. It just sloughs off.
Oh,
You
God.
missed the perfect opportunity.
I didn't know. I've never heard him say that, to be honest with you, consciously. I probably have heard it, but I've never. Ugh. Yeah, I did. All right. Well, you can see more proof I'm not him. I definitely align way more Brendan Lee McGilligan, whatever his name is,
Mulligan.
than Matt Mercer, but both impact me. And I'm even farther away from the Matt Colville. There's a whole, if we have like the axes.
Triangle.
Yeah.
The triangle. Which part are you?
I'm definitely way more crazy.
Which
Brendan.
M named DM do you take more after? Matt Mercer, Matt Colville, or Brendan Lee Mulligan?
It's
a pyramid.
Crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
you guys reach the arena.
Okay, good.
Thank
At
you.
the arena, you can literally see the front gates right now. There is a panther that is going through the garbage can, looks up to you guys, and then returns to the garbage can. As you can see, the place is a wreck.
Oh, great. This
I'm
is
going
fun.
to try and just proceed, not like stealthily, but just like not making any sudden movements to piss off the animals.
Make an
And
animal
me?
handling check.
Animal handling.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna-
that's exactly.
I
what
think
it
all
I'm
of us
not
are probably
good at
gonna do
that
that.
at all.
Well,
Can
maybe
I
don't describe it that
What
way.
did
Can
you
I-
think it was gonna be?
Can
I'm
I?
gonna
Can
Was that
I
a one? Was that a one?
Not a nat one, but an unnatural one.
Fuck.
Dear
I
God.
love it, dude. This is the best. We're never leaving this. This session's gonna be so boring for you. B, we're never gonna get to your arc, and everybody else is gonna get their arc settled in the Shia, but you. So we're gonna keep playing apparently for the next year and a half. They'll be out in 6
I
months
feel
or
like-
less.
I feel like right now someone just came up to Far as
And
all this
Apple.
like terrible shit is happening. I feel like someone's about to come up to Far and be like, "Hey, would you like a steamed towel?"
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fair. I
Like,
think
Just
someone
like
coming over.
immediately cutting back.
Yeah,
Someone,
this is
like just a guy
wonderful.
being like, "You don't talk much. I like that about you." As you're just meditating, and he just like, "Here, I got you some grub," and he just puts it down, and you have made a friend without a single word said. He's just like, "I like your kind." Some say that's wrong to judge someone by their skin, but there's not enough of elves like you around here. Let me tell you, Shia is full of all this
I
bullshit.
I can't tell how racist this is.
Yeah.
It's coming from a raggedy-looking elf himself.
Racially motivated.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like he can't be racist. He is being racist right now, but he seems like he's from a different time, and he seems really happy, and he's just like, I used to, You used
A
to meditate
different
like that, but the
time.
brain don't work like it used to no more.
That's great. That's
So that
fantastic.
bullshit's happening, and you make of that of what you will. You can just like a little eye peek there, and then continuing, undisturbed
Meanwhile-
into your short rest. Meanwhile, Abel, trying to be as cautious as possible, gets
I accidentally
scared.
let out a sound that's a mating call.
Nope.
Only
When
on
you go up there,
accident.
you do something like the Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, where apparently on every dinosaur, yeah, everyone knows. I love it, love it. You start to do that. Wow, this really got memed in. I'm glad when I was in the theater, I wasn't the only one. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Wait,
What
did you
is-
see the recent one?
Oh God, it's the worst. But like,
I haven't
my
seen it.
expectations were so low, and somehow they exceeded how bad that movie could possibly be. And I'm just like, it's okay. It never was meant to be good. We're so far gone. This is just whatever to me at this point. I feel like I would have been hurt by this if Return of the Jedi or The Last Jedi did not destroy me already in Game of Thrones. Now I'm like, I expected this, but somehow I was still disappointed. I expected nothing and was still horribly disappointed by it. But it was there's cool things that happen in the movie. Does any of it make any coherent sense? Forget about it. Forget about it.
You gotta shut
But-
your brain off.
But exactly, it was a fun monster movie if I've ever seen one. It would make a better video game. They did such good lore building for it that I'm like, I want that game. I don't want a movie of this. I want a game based on this, which they have games anyway. Moving on. So you Chris Pratt it, and the thing knocks over the garbage can, growls at you, and flees, which then scares you, knocking you back into the wall, shaking one of the pillars here, shaking free a nest of snakes that fall onto you and bite into your skin, into your neck holes. Give me a con saving throw.
It's the poisonous snakes.
As you take 13
That's so
points
creative, I love
of poison damage. It's 3 con
29.
saves. Okay,
29.
don't worry about the
29.
rest of them. You failed the first one. You are paralyzed.
20,
You
29.
immediately seize up, and
Read,
the snakes are
20
just no,
29.
no.
If a 29 fails, I'm fucked.
No, you said 9.
No, I rolled an 18 and I have a plus 11 to Constitution.
Hate it. I want to have fun tonight, Abel.
It's 29, dear God.
That's only his first one. He's
Yes,
gonna
and I
Go
rolled
roll
it.
ahead, roll the rest. Tell me if you roll a natural 1.
15 on the second one.
All right.
30 on the last one.
You're not paralyzed. Congrats.
It's like, I was like,
It's
I
still
don't-
in you. They're hanging in your neck right now. What are you doing? You have 1 round of actions before other things will occur.
Oh fuck.
All right. This will cost you dearly. 7 points of piercing damage. That's the first one. What's the? You gonna keep going?
How many are on me?
3 are in your neck.
How
4,
many can-
they're on you, but they're leaving you. They're like, "Ugh, gotta get the hell out of here.
All right. After I pull the first one out, I'm just gonna try and cut the other ones off with my sword, so like just their head stuck in me.
Oh,
That's smart. All right, you do that. Both you easily sever them. Give me a con save with disadvantage twice.
all that poison's just gonna
So
leak
4
in.
rolls.
All right, 13.
13. Yay, you failed. You're paralyzed. So you
Abel, Abel just locks up and falls flat like a plank. Like,
yes, which does an additional 7 piercing damage because the
Cass
veins
guy
is
are
murdering us all tomorrow.
guys, we did it. I'm in double-digit HP now.
Ashaya will fall.
So, what you did is accidentally on one of them cut straight into their glands and where that's stored, and that immediately sent all of it out and into your bloodstream immediately. And
Oh, no.
not even your divine paladin senses could have stopped the amount of poison that has been injected into your system. It's actually only because of your divine paladin sense that you have not immediately died from poison. You have enough venom in you to kill
The entire party.
certainly. At least.
I was about to
large animal.
actually you read, and then you corrected for yourself, so it's acceptable.
Yes, venom, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I was aware I was working towards it, all right. Too bad you don't have the anti-venom, the antiviral around here. The anti-venom. Someone go get
Okay.
shaky.
Jesus
All right, so
Christ.
he's on the ground. You see him lock up as the snakes are there. What are you guys doing in this moment?
Are the snakes like slithering away from him, or are they sticking on his
Are
body?
they
What?
going on his body?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, fucking God.
I'm gonna start biting him. Oh no.
It's gonna be a 14, I think, because it's a 13. That's my
I'm gonna
perception.
run too. Fuck it.
Plus
I
1,
wanna play.
14.
Okay.
We've sorely
19.
missed this kind of content, by the way.
I
I'm
rolled
so
a
happy we
19
get this.
perception.
This like
I
ridiculous
start-
Looney Tunes
I
bullshit
start
right now.
punching the snakes.
Okay. Well, Mahua starts punching the snakes. What you guys notice, perfect. Okay, great timing. So you guys notice the snakes are going away. They're still the ones in his neck that haven't been they've been severed, but they're still in there. Mahua begins trying to punch the ones that are going away. But what you notice, they're still falling. The nest is still coming down. So Mahua has to now give me con saves as the last 3 fall down and go
I
one
can't
into
wait
his
for
head,
Drew to find
2
out what's
into
been
his
happening.
neck. Mahua
Hard to be
punching.
afraid of a
to be
Caspian
fair,
fight in 24
Mahua,
hours.
you're splatting the other ones. You're like splat, splat. What was that? So you're doing your
And nothing can go wrong.
I think I need 2 more levels for my feature.
okay.
I think at level 10 I'm immune to poison. So
Okay. Well, let's see where this goes. Con saves, 3 of them, please.
all right.
Oh my god.
This is horrible.
This is
Perfect,
awful.
perfect.
It's so
No,
funny.
this is amazing, but it's
This is so funny.
Reed,
Yeah, this is.
you're welcome. We've got a 4,
Yeah.
a 15,
Oh, that saves.
and a natural 1 for a 2.
Okay.
wow.
All right.
Wow.
This is interesting. So, Mahua to the ground, paralyzed as well. You see, as he punches 2 of them, he's like, "I got it, guys." And just so you hit the
Does
ground. You'll take
Mahua
8
fall onto
piercing-
me?
No. 8 piercing
That would
and
be
1
funny.
piercing as they go to the sides now. 2 of them out in front. The Jaguar is long gone inside here. At this point, you've made enough noise that I need to roll a D100.
The lion.
Shit.
God. Guys.
A kraken
Wow.
tentacle comes up through the ground, grabs Abel Mahua, and just takes us down and drowns us, and
Okay,
that's it. Game over.
that's a 3%.
What?
Oh
Is that bad?
no!
Is that bad, Reed?
Reed, I'm scared.
the lower
Bad,
the worse
it could be
normally.
great. You never know.
Caspian
Yeah,
shows up
no,
and
no.
captures us.
What are you guys doing? Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Go.
start smacking the snakes off of Mahua.
was just
All
gonna
right,
start
lovely.
grabbing-
So his natural 1 actually leads to now anybody who
Infect you.
engages with them, a snake instantly jumping on you. Give me a con saving throw as it gets into you.
4.
Or you are paralyzed. To the ground you go.
We need it.
I was gonna move and try to get Abel
It is
up.
just
No,
Killian.
Be quiet. No.
and-
Adrian,
Killian,
Adrian.
happens.
Adrian, right now, who are just observing one by one their friends getting
Killian.
paralyzed by these
We-
snakes.
We have
Can you let-
conquered demon lords,
Can you let your
vampires.
echo? Can your echo deal with that?
We have conquered demon lords,
Can your echo
vampires,
deal with that?
How much
we're not
damage do I
paralyzed?
take?
What
days of
specific-
thank
chaos
you.
and order. But
Just-
we're gonna get TPK'd by a couple snakes.
No, you're not gonna die from the snakes. You're
gonna-
just gonna be paralyzed indefinitely.
What happens
And
if all
something
5 of
else
us
is
are
gonna kill us.
paralyzed?
I'm gonna
Oh,
echo.
man,
I'm
we'll
gonna
get
summon the echo, and Killian's eyes are gonna go gray.
Yeah.
The echo's gonna walk over to
Mhm.
Abel,
Yes.
and it's gonna try to help like drag him away. If he
Okay.
can.
As you're dragging him, these still embedded snake fangs do 3 more points of slashing damage.
I
And
guess I'll try to
then
pull them out.
It's
as a
30
means.
feet. No. You
Yeah.
said
I
you
went.
pulled them back to the group. So you'll do it after you notice, after 30 feet of pulling.
Yeah.
So 1 point of piercing damage in the last 10 feet. 6 points of piercing damage, Abel.
So 3, 1, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10.
10 points of piercing damage as you're being dragged, and this is getting pushed further into your system.
Oh my
This is how it
Good
happens.
news, all the venom's out at this point. There's no more venom that could possibly be left inside the snake, because it's all in you. And you're good.
I can actively feel my
The
liver
average,
fighting for
the
its
average
fucking
day
life
of a
right
Florida
now.
man.
My liver is in the back. My liver just got sent to the gulag. That's what happened. Abel's liver.
Straight to gulag.
It's
Straight
for
to
his
jail.
life.
And then the Echo then removes the snakes finally from Abel's neck as he is bleeding from his neck now.
But the funny thing is, he's like conscious. Right?
Killian's still in, like, the Echo still is going to look up and stare at Hadrian, and you're going to hear Killian verbally go, "Give me should I go grab the others?"
Yeah, fine.
I'm going to take that as a yes. I have no idea what you're saying.
Yes.
He's going to walk off and try to pull Avalon, or just help Avalon, take out Avalon.
Okay,
Can I
go ahead? So you can take it out just fine, and the thing's gonna bite into your Echo, and it immediately disappears because it does damage to kill the Echo.
Yep.
But now Avalon is free, still paralyzed, but there's no snake in her neck anymore. 16 points of hemorrhaging damage to Abel as blood is coming out of your neck like crazy.
How many points?
16, my friend.
16.
A pool of blood now is pooling underneath Abel's neck right now as you, Hadrian, are
now
staring and
Word
watching
Kill
this
can do a lot of
nonsense.
damage.
Yeah, I'm at half health.
Oh wait, does that mean I'm bleeding out? Oh no.
Can I?
Oh bad.
I just want to make a perception check to make sure like nothing has noticed us being absolute fucking idiots.
Here comes the lion.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
A lion, a grizzly bear,
another 19.
A 19. Lovely.
This is how
funny
we die.
thing.
This is how we die.
You really notice Abel bleeding to death. That's
I'm
very
gonna.
obvious. And you notice Avalon's probably gonna have a very similar thing going on real soon. Maybe roll less ones, everybody. But what you do here is the tapping and clicking of claws. As you have the quietness, everyone's paralyzed, and Echo Boy is doing his Echo Boy bullshit. But you can hear these off the. Nah, I can't get the sound right now. It's off metal. As you can see on the second floor of the arena, it's open in the sense that you can just like peek out and see. So you can see the snout of a creature sniffing in the air as the blood that is out right now has attracted the attention of what appears to be scavengers. You see one snout, and on the other side, 2, 3 snouts. And you see on the other side a 4th snout rear its face out. And this is a creature I'd say, have seen before in your childhood. You would recognize these.
No. Shut up.
Home. These things are called curved claws, and for the players, those are called velociraptors.
Do they have purple eyes, or can I tell?
They do not have purple eyes.
Do not?
These are clearly, they're all beautifully painted. They have gorgeous feathers all on them. These were clearly some prize showcase animals of some jackass here, and they have been free. Who knows how many animals are fucking dead?
This is the TPK.
But these are also the fun Jurassic Park velociraptors, not the and Fantasy World velociraptors, not the shitty scavenger tiny ones. These are
I pull a Abel? No.
This is not how I want to die.
This might be a long shot. Can I make a history check on these creatures to see if there's any way of like, either if they're like super skittish,
hold your hand up.
Yeah, if they're like either like super skittish or something.
Please give me a history check.
I don't think there's a variant situation.
20.
Let's go.
Finally.
So, in your childhood, you clearly remember one of your friends, best friends too strong, but an acquaintance you knew back home near the canyons back home. And when you guys were exploring one time, you found a nest of these. And an individual put his hand out trying to stop them, and it just fucking bit that shit right off. And he screamed, fell backwards, and died into the canyon. You were...
That's some trauma.
Didn't have time to process that shit as they were then coming for you, and your scream echoed inside the chamber, and that sort of disoriented them for a second enough to get yourself away. I'd say with your natural 20, you do remember that these things have long jumping range. that they are very susceptible to you put sharp object through head, they drop like lead, just like anything else. Go for the brain. Claws, very, very dangerous. The ones you faced, way more dangerous with way different effects. Thankfully, these look like little bitches. That's great news. Probably not as much health either. Even better news. And I'd say, yeah, they are very sensitive to sound. Would be a natural 20.
Peace.
This is not how I thought
Can I
this was
try to
going to
pat
go.
How
people up
far-
and stop them from bleeding
Far.
at this point?
As the individual, as you're 2 hours in, he's like, "We even had steamed rice. I'll put that out for you too, buddy." You remind me of my best friend back in the day. He died horribly, but he was ambitious, that one. And oh god, here it comes. And then you see a gnome come over and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's, let me actually get the name real quick.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Uthir, how's it going? Eat shit, Yanhorn. Oh, see, you're in a good mood today. Who's the new friend? Padoop. He sits down with his bowl and shit. He's like, he's not much of a talker, but he's all right. He's like one of those deep thinking types. And just like, you're just like your old buddy. I was just telling him about my old buddy. I've heard that story quite a few times. You'll get used to it.
Mickey?
Mickey?
Don't test me. Don't
No,
fucking test me.
please don't.
Do you want
Please don't.
corporate Mickey in this game? He'll fuck everything up. He
No,
will
please,
make your
God.
life a nightmare.
You
Please,
can't.
Mr. DM.
There's no bigger BBEG than corporate Mickey. All right?
You signed an NDA. You can't tell Rasmus anything.
Go for you. I'm gonna need your help.
Yeah, I really need NDAs in Xenia.
All right.
Good luck.
So back to Nightmare Fuel. You guys.
Yeah.
I'm
As-
still bleeding, you know.
Yep. They're.
How-
Yep.
Yes, okay.
So what
Killian is
you,
next.
you're going to, you did a history check, so that's a round. So this would be 20 points of bleeding.
Are you
damage
serious?
to
I'm
Abel.
unconscious.
To Abel.
Oh,
Not to Abel.
and
not
then
to Abel.
and 15 to Avalon.
still unconscious.
Bro, Abel's gonna fucking die tonight.
This
This is the
Again.
equivalent of you've gotten something that needs stitches and nobody is tending to it.
Yeah,
You
I
are
was-
just
I was
bleeding
I was going to.
nonstop. You,
I
you
wanna
had
try to patch
fangs,
Abel up.
3-inch fangs go in and out of the skin. Bad news. So you dragged Avalon over, and Abel's over. Hadrian's just like, those are bad, as he's staring at the
Yeah,
raptors.
as
of the
he's
south.
looking up.
Nice.
Adrian's trying to
Mahua
figure out
just
a
has
way to
one right
betray
now.
them.
Mahua.
Yeah.
You see visions of the astral sea.
Yeah.
Funny you say that. Mahua, in this weird state of paralysis, you find yourself in like this dreamlike state as you once again see a connection bridge between you and this individual you met in the astral sea. What are you doing right now?
Can I speak? Am I paralyzed at the moment?
Try.
Hmm. Master Saw?
Is what you want to say. But what you hear is as it seems like the paralysis is still sort of working, but not working, but is working. As the master comes over to you, yellow skin glistening. You're almost projecting. Very good. It's
This is how it
this
happens.
is, this is. Are you afflicted right now? This is typically how we will temporarily travel to the sea to cleanse ourselves of poisons of the natural world. Are you able to do this? Very excited for you. You look horrible. You look like a stroke victim. That's insensitive. I understand that, but it paints the picture right now, so I apologize. But that is what is happening right now. You can try and give me a wisdom check to see if you can talk more.
18.
You feel your resolve and your strength and your connection to the astral sea, a lifetime of education and following and such spirituality emboldened you in this moment.
I think I've been bitten by a venomous snake. Ow.
Is almost what you say. And it is interpreted decently well by the master. And they go, this is something I cannot do for you, but focus on this. Try your best to repulse such poisons from your body. Expel them through your inner will and through the power of the endless connections of the astral sea. Give me a fucking D100 check.
What?
Woo.
Ooh. Wait, let me make sure.
Please, I'm begging you.
66.
For a moment, for a glimpse, you unparalyze yourself for a second back in the real world. You're taking out of this middle state, and you get a and you see the group, as you can see the blood pooling, Killian redoing whatever he's doing, finishing with her. You see Hadrian just like looking up at you can hear the clicking and clacking of stuff, and then you immediately seize up again. You tapped into something not too far off in your future, something that you're certain you could do again given the chance. Enough practice, enough strength, enough mental fortitude and connection to the astral sea, and no poison shall have its hold over you. So your friends are dying. What else are you fucking idiots doing?
I was gonna try to stop the bleeding on
Can I make
Oh, give me
another
a
save
medicine
against-
check. Yeah, I'd love that.
Can I make another
Well,
save?
I've
against
only
the
been saying that, and then we
paralysis?
fell down that house.
No, absolutely not. This is one of those paralysis that's like paralyzed for like 10 minutes. So you're fucked before you get a saving throw.
Oh damn.
13? Yeah, you know how to stop bleeding. You
Oh,
fought in
thank
the
God.
pits your whole goddamn life. Yeah, this shit happens all the time. You've had to do this to yourself. You carry a stitching kit on you. You get to it. You go to save your best friend first, which is a biased move, an understandable move, but the healer might have been the better move.
Okay.
Do death save.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna relay the information to Killian and be like, no. I'm gonna
Death
say this
save.
while
No,
going.
Death save.
No,
Death
no.
save. Death save.
Wait, no, wait.
And also,
Yeah,
when
you
you turn over
dumbass.
on your side, 2 points of piercing damage to Mahua.
With
With the unfortunate, like, I'm alive, but you turn it into your neck further. Oh! And just back to unconscious.
This is amazing. I love this.
A 9?
9.
That's a
Okay,
fail.
that's a fail, obviously. So 1 death
Yeah.
save.
Yeah.
I can't cast Revivify, guys.
Yeah.
No problem. You guys didn't have to go here. This was all optional. You didn't even get to the thing for tonight.
Yeah, not too bad.
Session's basically over, too. Oh, man.
Adrian's like, I'll
No
just
need to rush. No need to rush. We're good. Keep going.
we can't.
What
I
else
guess
did you want to
I'll
do,
do same
Adrian?
Avalon.
You
No,
begin
I was gonna
informing
say-
Avalon.
I was gonna
Or,
say while
Killian.
going to help. I was gonna say while going to stabilize Avalon, I would tell Killian we have another problem and point up to the
Okay. You do
Velociraptor,
that.
the four. And
As
then
you're doing
I
that,
guess,
you're distracting yourself. You're taking time to talk. She's bleeding by the second, and then you're like, oh shit. And then you get to it. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Please
that's a
don't.
13.
Great, because you've had to stitch yourself up all the time, from your childhood to your training to your ascendancy in the Crimson Rose to being on the job. You are another expert at stitching, something that is required of these two people, without a doubt. I think far might be the only person that wouldn't have an extensive background in stitching, because it's just, he just, why would he need to know that? The rest of you have been so independent on your own or through necessity. You all must know how to stitch at this point, and you all carry it because you're all whack jobs. You just carry the burden of the worlds around with you. Where trouble follows where you go. So the two of you stabilize and stop bleeding to death. You are stabilized, no fail safe. Hadrian to save the day. With that, though, you see the velociraptors, the curved claws, jump down. As they continue tapping their claws on the ground, listening for any movements. One starts making its way towards Mahua, interested. What is the group doing?
You successfully tell me they're afraid they're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my rapier and like sprint towards them. I'm gonna scream as high pitched and loudly as I possibly fucking can.
Make a performance check.
No, okay, because I was gonna do the same thing.
Okay, you make performance checks.
Oh my God.
Intimidation?
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
Uh-huh.
This
is nuts.
I'm at half health too.
I'm at 1 HP. Woo!
That's also a 7.
The two of you run charging, screaming at the curved claws, and the two of them immediately pounce onto you, biting your necks.
Oh my
What's with you on your
God.
necks?
Guys,
So
you can't
well.
do this.
Can I use uncanny dodge as a reaction?
You can lessen the damage. They are going to do 20 points of piercing to Killian. And
TPK'd by our own insanity.
16 points to Hadrian of piercing damage. These are critical attacks towards your neck as you idiots run towards them, hands out screaming like they're black bears, and you do not do quite what the cave effect did. Yelling at them isn't quite the same as getting the reverberations needed to disorient them.
But it's what Hadrian.
Are they pinned? Are they pinned?
Oh yeah, this is like Lost World. Don't go into the tall grass! They just got fucking numbed.
Oh no.
The other one grabs Mahua's leg and is dragging him away. Mahua, you take 2 points double crit, 4 points of piercing damage.
This is the TPK. This is literally the TPK.
Wait, does Mahua
Dude,
still
that was because the 3%. Like, of all the animals, you could have got like sheep and shit. You could have got docile bullshit to come to all.
But you
the
pulled
noise.
some shit from Dustlight.
This is so funny.
We get a new
Oh
episode.
my God.
Does Mahua still have the snake in his neck too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That'll be 10 points of piercing damage from the snake. Oh, Jesus.
That's
It's,
awesome.
it's dragging you the way your neck is banging off the stone tile, and it's all like fucked up in here from the attack. So this is not good for you. This is like the equivalent of like somebody that has suffered a spinal injury. Don't move the patient. Yeah, no one gives a shit about that advice. Dump, the stairs we go. That's what's going on with Mahua right now. As the thing is trying to drag it off to the side. The other two are still paralyzed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous
Yeah,
at the moment. Reap what you sow. We're in here.
Can I
Back
summon the
to Far.
back to Far? Okay.
Another gnome comes over. His wife. Oh, I see you made another friend. Yaha, I did. Oh, he's still there. Oh, his food's gonna get cold. No worries. I got a little heater I keep here. He's got like his own little propane bullshit there, like when you're camping. Keep it nice and warm for him. You know, I don't like being alone, so I made some friends here, and he can be a grump, but he's really soft at heart. So we're looking out for you. We don't want you to be all alone inside this place. We got a little group of people that don't really have family, per se. Far, you are still 2 hours, 15 minutes, 33 seconds into your meditation. The meditation is relaxing. You're back in the forest, and you can feel the dirt between your toes. It's relaxing. It's wonderful. You're home right now, and you're
The moral of the story: our group literally doesn't function without Far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically,
Far is the glue.
We are so stupid.
No, yeah. Last week, Far instantly ended a combat session. This week, we get rid of Far, and we're gonna get TPK'd.
Back over to the other group. Just for like the juxtaposition of like the cutting and cameras right now. As they're being bitten into by raptors, as being dragged away a body. The other two, as they're trying to breathe, paralyzed and stitched up right now. That is what the other group was doing, and I didn't need anything with a lot of health or power to do this to the group. It was just,
It was a single non-natural one roll from Abel.
that started it, and then
Yeah,
three
that's
other
right.
natural ones
Yeah.
have continued it. So,
This isn't all on me. Don't
Killian
blame. Don't
summon
put
his
this
echo
on
and
me.
have it
No,
try to
no,
chop the
no,
thing's
I
head
just-
off that's fighting him.
go ahead and make an attack roll.
oh god,
Okay.
don't chop your own head.
Can Abel look
Shut
around
up.
very confused?
Okay, sorry.
Just be like-
it went off. Okay.
with his
What
eyes.
the-
You can't turn your head. You can
That-
only
Yeah,
look
really?
Everything feels like cement. You can only move your eyes right now because of the paralysis.
I know that's what I'm feeling. I'm
Okay,
just
that's
like,
a 21
That hits.
and a higher 22. Yeah, 22.
Both hit.
Okay.
I
So
feel like we
that's-
need to change the name of this episode to Menagerie Catastrophe for all the fucking animals
Yeah.
we're fighting.
Sounds funny,
Write it
yeah.
in chat, and I'll change the name.
I
Where's
appreciate
my
it.
where's my other D6? There it is.
We use this
Well,
the
that's
title
a
for
good
this week
fun.
for next week.
Okay, so 8 plus where'd it go? Crap. 8 plus 5 is 13.
For the first attack,
Yeah.
you cut right through its head.
They're
Right on.
cool.
Then you go to the
Alright.
second one that's right next to you guys because you idiots were running side by side.
Yeah, that's even higher damage with it.
Wait, is that the one on me or the one dragging Mahua or the fourth one?
14? 14 on the second one.
Oh, head goes off as well. So both raptors are off.
They're-
You guys have bite marks in your neck and are bleeding from your neck profusely. So you guys need to choose whether or not to heal your own bleeding right now, or go try and save Mahua from being murdered. Your choice.
Well, Hadrian's a selfish bitch, so he's gonna
Okay.
heal himself.
Make a medicine check.
Make an attempt.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't. Vulnerability.
That's a 7.
7. It's your own neck. This isn't a bad place. It's multiple holes. This is like Saving Private Ryan when the medic dies and they just keep trying. There's lots of holes. You are in fucking trouble, and you take 8 points of hemorrhaging damage, and you're losing it. There's too much blood right now, and you
I can't dodge
keep it
that.
straight.
Uncanny dodge.
And
This
so
is-
you're basically just. And the
Can
blood
I
is
uncanny
just
dodge my own hemorrhaging?
no, no, bitch, you can't.
Killian would like
Yeah.
trying to patch himself up as well.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Yeah,
Um,
medicine check.
Jesus.
12 plus 1 is a 13. And then I was going to ask if I could action surge throw a knife at the other one.
Yeah. You didn't you already use it for the day?
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right,
with-
I
with
did.
I'm pretty sure you
Caspian.
did.
Yeah, I did. That's right. So I can't do
Yeah,
that.
you
Never
can't.
mind.
Alright.
Oh shit!
This hits. 21 to hit. It's a crit. You're paralyzed. It automatically crits. It's gonna bite your neck, Mahua, for not terrible. 12 double, 24 points of piercing damage.
I'm now unconscious.
It nearly snaps your neck instantly.
Plus, oh no, is the snake gone at least?
I would say, yeah, it rips the snake off. I would say
Thank-
during that
thank
damaging
God.
process. I'll say.
Thank-
Well, now he's bleeding
thank
out of
God.
those holes too. His entire neck has just been just with teeth.
I will
Nick,
say
that
it
was
does,
amazing.
it does
You can't
technically it does
Well, I'm gonna
technically
set that in
have
the
to
main
roll
campaign
to
group
hit.
chat.
It's
Yeah.
just at advantage.
Oh, I didn't even roll at advantage. Okay, it's still hit. The other one was higher. Okay, so right. So Killian is stable. You take 3 points of damage during the stitching process, as you guys are just covered in blood. Killian has blood all over his torso. Abel has blood all in his hair, around his neck, in a pool. Hadrian has blood in his hands, stained all over the front side of him, on his pants, on his shins. He's like on the ground, trying to get this together. Blood just pulling out the side of the neck of Evelyn, who, two of them now, they're stitched up, but they're paralyzed, they're fine. And the other one is now, okay, I got the scene. So what is now Killian and Hadrian doing?
Well, Hadrian's gonna try to stabilize himself again.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Keelan wants to throw a knife at the other one.
That's a 19. That's a
19.
19.
You stabilize, and you're able to get the stitch as you're like, this is not how I die. Another
Reed.
3 points of bleeding.
No, Reed, you could use the
Another
de-inspiration.
You could.
You could do it.
You could.
Thank
Do
you.
the
You
de-inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
The mundane zone.
That's a 15. So you rolled a 4. You fail. There's your bane from last time for your shitty comments.
It was
to
a
Hunter.
D10 last week. You increased it over the
D12.
week.
I
But it
sure
doesn't matter.
fucking did. And I'm a cruel god. So that's a fail. So let's go back, rewind a bit. Thank you for reminding me.
Why'd you
me.
fucking say it?
So
That might TPK the party. You
it might, and that's hilarious. That's 18 points of.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
You as you're trying to do it, you have the stitch. You're like, oh, good, got it, and then it immediately snaps for some reason. You're like, what the fuck? It just breaks off and dissolves, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would that? And that's just the moment. You've lost too much blood. You faint, and you are bleeding out now. 4 of 5 are down, and 1 of 1 is safe. And
One is in a meditating in a bathhouse or something.
Not the other, not the one taking the who away.
You gotta stone.
This is going
Wake
down.
up! I got this card game you're gonna love!
Don't worry. Before he takes his next bite, I
Yeah,
stabilize.
you'll
I know you do.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get rid of the dinosaur. I'm just trying to stop him from
Yeah, but what
dragging you
about
away.
Hadrian?
So,
I'll-
what are you doing
you'll-
now, Killian?
I was gonna throw my dagger at the one taking Hadrian away, or not Hadrian, Mahua away. So
Yep.
it just leaves Mahua.
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
sort of behind a garbage can, so go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay.
What's your armor class, by the way?
my armor class?
Yeah, just curious.
18.
Okay.
So I was just gonna do a normal one, so +8, 17.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
No, okay.
So you throw the dagger as you're bleeding, bloodied, and just throw the dagger.
Yeah. God, I hate this. 10 damage.
It dies. You put it right into its brain, right between its eyes, down to the ground. It goes up for a second as it hears it coming towards, and then idiot down. Mahua, you are bleeding horribly. You stabilize, and then you begin bleeding. One failed death save during the round. With that, Muldoon moment, as you're like, right from the side, the last one grabs you to the ground, and it's biting the shit out of you for 14 points piercing damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
Oh shit! How close are we?
What are you at?
Still up. I'm still up. I'm at 51.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm still up.
Unless you get a crit.
Let's get on the ground. God! He's gonna try to stab it.
Go ahead. What do you have a knife though? You threw a knife. so
I have 3 knives. I have the
Okay.
Crimson Dagger one, and then I had one I threw, and I still have one more.
Okay. So
So-
go ahead and attack it as it's doing the classic just hear
another-
the Jurassic Park Velociraptor
Another
sound.
17.
It's ripping.
Another-
It's ripping, trying to rip
Yeah.
your throat out.
This one's a 9.
9 points of damage. It's gonna get another attack against you at advantage. That
Natural
is-
20.
No.
Well, I mean, if I get 2
13.
attacks per round, do I need to be doing more
Yeah.
attacks? Or...
Oh yeah, it's 9
oh.
damage. It's not dead yet. You're just stabbing into the
Yeah.
head right now as it's not letting go. So do your second attack.
That one's gonna be lower at a 14.
14. The way it's attacking you right now, you miss because you're just like it's
Okay.
tough to stab something while your throat's being torn out and you're being ripped around across the ground as its jaw is so powerful.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um,
So then, yeah.
So funny enough though, it only rolls like a 12. So I'm not. It doesn't let go. So it's
Yeah.
not letting go right now, and I'd say you'll just take 3 points of piercing damage
Alright.
for that
I
round.
take another
um,
2 stabs at
So
it.
then you stabilize. Give me a death save, Hadrian, and then you immediately fail again. So this is a fun loop we get to be in, Mahua.
Wait, what? I
Mahua,
No,
Mahua-
Mahua. Listen.
Okay,
Mahua.
I did.
What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. God damn it. Okay, this is the last thing. We got to wrap up this.
I have
fucking mess.
really bad news.
Oh
Did you
no,
roll
was that
a 1?
Natural 20. 1. Okay, 2 death saves. You failed twice.
And you're bleeding.
It's gonna get really hard to pick you up soon. You're getting into like +5 or +6 to your deaths, dude. You're on death's door. Killian, I'm pretty sure you're fucked basically. You got to start rolling well. Killian,
now.
go ahead
Yeah.
and roll your attack rolls.
15.
This.
Yep, that hits.
15. Okay, cool. 15 and a 14. So the second one's gonna miss.
Okay.
Yep.
14
But
misses.
that first one's 10 damage. 10 more damage.
And this time you strike true and into its brain. You just
God.
and put it off to the side of you as you'll take another as the teeth come out and they're jagged the way these are, especially this one in particular. It looks like his teeth were filed in a jagged way by whomever the asshole owner was, and you'll take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Is this
And then,
stitching
I
ripped
guess,
out?
could I
Oh, for
bonus
sure,
action? Oh, am I still bleeding now? So I need to repatch myself up.
I mean, it's honestly at this point, realistically, you need magic healing. You're bleeding so fucking bad. We're at the point where this is unstitchable, I would say, as 2 raptors have ripped out your throat. And there's no stopping what's happening right now between you and
What
Hadrian.
the fuck has happened?
So am I just screwed if I don't roll 3 saves?
I think you're screwed anyways because you automatically fail one, doesn't it? Because he's
Yeah.
taking blood
Because of
damage.
Give me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the saves right now. So go ahead and I'll give you the grace of good fucking luck. Oh no, grace, your lord! I found some grace out here in the middle of the terrible fields of Elden Ring. What'd you get?
Oh wait, you want me to just roll?
Yes.
Well,
roll
you're
that
gonna
save.
roll, but actually, what are you doing, Killian? Killian has an action before you have to make a death saving throw.
I guess try to help him up. Just try to patch what I can up. I don't think I can do much, but just anything to stop him
Make a
from
medicine
bleeding
check.
out.
Abel's not bleeding right now, is he?
No, you two
No,
are
we're
just
still paralyzed.
You're both still
Okay,
paralyzed.
dope.
That's mighty unfortunate, Adam, because that's a 3.
Oh,
What do you got?
19.
Okay, save, roll again. We're doing this all. Killian,
That's a fail.
inside your hands, you are trying to stop the bleeding. You're in the process of trying to save Hadrian, and unfortunately, his selfishness may have also led to this by him only concerning himself with what was going on. He might have been able to prevent the raptor from getting you. There are many ways this could have gone down. But as you're trying your best to keep your friend alive, you see the life leave his eyes as the blood gushes out from the mess inside his neck. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, man!
How is this the worst session so far?
This was a blast. I don't know what you're talking
this
about.
was super fun.
I'm glad.
that was for us.
No, I mean for our party. Like, we need Far so badly.
Far's just chilling. I
I'll get
sense a
that back in
disturbance.
character.
I
Mark's
sense a
gonna be like,
disturbance.
anybody want a good berry?
Maybe it's unfortunate to have the 2 healers of the group go down first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, especially
Okay,
because
punch-
we both have 10 minutes of paralysis.
Yeah.
Revivify has a 1 minute time limit.
I did the math already. I did the math already.
Yeah, there's no way I can revivify you.
This might be it. This
Wait, Hadrian, you might just be dead.
yeah,
this might be the end of Hadrian.
that's so dumb.
I think that's a great way to go out.
To be fair, you went out the way that you lived, caring only about yourself.
Well, it would have happened if you didn't remind me of the de-inspiration.
That is true.
Oh well, it was funny.
The group may have killed your character.
Yeah.
This was literally Caesar in the Senate right now. He rolled. He succeeded on the medicine check, and then we all came forward and stabbed him.
Adam, I would say put together the outline of a backup character just in case next week.
And Adam, I would also say
Just
this
DM
might be a good
this.
learning lesson for how you play D&D with a group.
Yeah.
Just as a
You
warning.
can't put this on me. I knew I was like, I died last session. I was unconscious last session too, and I only got like 10 points of healing.
Way too common, man. You just keep dying, dude. It's the worst. Wow, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited. This is gonna be amazing.
Is this
That's the biggest domino
is
effect
this the
of the
most
entire
chaotic
campaign.
group you've done?
No, not at all. This is fine. Are you kidding me? No. Chaos.
This was just bad rolls.
Yeah, it was. It was a bunch of bad rolls, but you
Yeah.
got to enjoy D&D for what bad rolls can be at times. This is exactly
Oh yeah,
how
bad
it
rolls
goes.
can be fun.
This is payback for 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, when everyone was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's what it is.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
you guys stopped the entire like coup and civil war in one episode, like that was unbelievable. And now
When we
you're-
rolled like 13 nat 20s in a single.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all dying to dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I just
To be
can't-
honest, as a outside observer, it was a lot of fun to watch.
I'm glad you weren't terribly bored by this episode.
I love the idea.
I knew what I was doing as soon as I was like, I'm not going to go with the group.
I love the idea that they start dying by snakes, and Hadrian notices these velociraptors, and they start mauling us, and Gillian has to kill all of them by himself.
I
He has to
thought for
kill
sure he
four.
would start killing more raptors, but you know, you guys impress me every week. All right,
Chris
thanks for coming
Pratt.
out to the stream. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye to the stream. I want to just have at least 5 more